Hey, hey. I w- yeah, I wasn't planning on streaming today, or if I was going to stream, it was going to be like a video game stream, but, stuff happens. What are you going to do? Hey, folks. How you doing? Don't answer that. I already know the answer. Hey, everyone. Is everything working okay? I normally have like the stream prep set up hours in advance. But now it's like I just set so I don't know. YouTube's a little weird. Is the system fine? Does the stream look good? We're good. A coffee. Woke up a little late. You know how it is. I'm good. There seems to be quite a delay. Weird. Marco. I'll wait on the answer for that. That's okay. Apollo. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. All right. Okay. That was like 3 or 4 seconds. Never mind. That's not a big deal. Okay. That's fine. That's dandy. Hello, everyone. This is going to be a very special stream because for the first time in a long time, I'm going to be paying attention to both YouTube chat and my site chat. Of course, site chat always takes precedence because you guys are real human beings as opposed to the ephemic bots that patrol YouTube chat. But I'm going to do my best to pay attention to everyone. We've already got 1,000 people here. That's incredible. I know that a lot of people are feeling a little bit hopeless right now. I'm happy to lend my limitless, unrelenting optimism to this situation. So let's get started. Hey, kings and generals. Bernie Sanders dropped out. This is obviously very unfortunate. Um, I like to meme about not caring about electoral victories as an anarchist. It would be a little bit silly of me to hinge my faith in the ability for us to get shit done on the success of our electoral efforts. But it really stinks. Bernie Sanders is a phenomenal man. He's a phenomenal man. He's a phenomenal politician. I have nothing but respect for Bernie Sanders. He has an incredible record, and I honestly think he's better than many of us deserve. Some people still argue whether or not he's actually a socialist, just a SOCDEM. I personally have always believed that he has been a socialist who has recognized that you cannot win the presidency while being a full out and about, seize the means of production socialist, so he couches his political beliefs in social democracy. I think that that's an effective strategy. I hold no ill will towards the man, nor towards his frequent misuse of the term socialism. And it sucks that he's gone now. He will not be running again in 2024. He's just too old. He's just too old. He's not going to run again. So this was it. This was it. That was it for him. The flame is snuffed. It's out. Now he can be a senator for a while. And that's fine. And he can be an effective political advocate. That's fine too. He always wanted to be the organizer in chief, after all, right? You can kind of sort of be that whether or not you're president. But all is not lost. Let's take stock of what we should be happy about. Okay? First of all, Bernie Sanders, more than any other person in American history, has done good work to normalize and propagate socialist values. More so than anyone else. You think FDR was even close? FDR gloated about saving capitalism. No. Martin Luther King Jr. was a socialist, but he's known mostly for his racial agitation, which he was more successful on. Albert Einstein was a socialist, but he was never in politics. Eugene Debs, what did he get? 6% of the vote? Bernie Sanders, twice now, was the runner-up for the Democratic presidential candidate. And that's something. That's really something. And I'm not taking this as a consolation prize. See, that's the phenomenal thing about politics. You don't have to be the president to be influential. And we have lost the presidency here. I say we as in leftists, because I assume that none of us here, myself included, particularly hyped about Diamond Joe, and we'll get to him. And you barely supported him? What are you talking about? I sang Bernie's praises all the goddamn time. Shut up. So we have lost the presidential election, and that sucks. That really sucks. That stings. But the presidential election is not the be-all, end-all root of politics. This is what leftists have known for a very, very long time. And we need to remember this. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it for as long as people need to hear it. Socialists have been getting shit done for centuries. They've been fighting for workers' rights. They've been fighting for racial integration. They've been fighting for women's rights for longer than we've been alive, longer than our grandfolks have been alive, longer, just generations and generations back. Are these people winning elections? No. Of course not. But they're affecting change anyway because they don't let their political advocacy begin and end at a ballot box. And that's what Bernie Sanders has done more effectively than anybody else. Joe Biden is going to win. Joe Biden has won the Democratic primary. Congrats to Joe. Has Joe Biden ignited a movement, sparked passion in the hearts of tens of millions of Americans? Will Joe Biden be remembered a century from now as the vanguard of an ideology he practices? I don't think so. I think Joe Biden doesn't even have the last ability of Hillary Clinton, who was known as, the First Lady establishment show for a long time. Joe Biden is imminently forgettable, I think, with all of his failed campaigns prior to this one. And I think, and I could be wrong here, nobody's going to give a fuck about him in a decade. But Bernie Sanders is going to go down in history as one of the most effective American leftist agitators. If not the most effective. If we're just looking at raw numbers, I mean, goodness. And that's incredible. And I think we should be happy about that. I think we should consider ourselves lucky to live in a time where people who share our basic ideas are capable of making it that close to the greatest seat of power on this planet. I think we should consider ourselves lucky that we can be part of a movement that has, in just a few years, supplanted the miasma of neoliberal electoral, inactivism that has defined the 1970s, 80s, 90s, the aughts, up until pretty much the 2008 financial crisis. I don't want to be lucky, I want to win. Well, like I love to say, being a leftist is suffering. That's just what it means to be a leftist. That's just a fact of the matter. I'm really sorry, guys. You all didn't sign up for being leftists because you wanted to be, because you wanted to have a comfy, easy win, did you? You signed up for it because you think it's right, because you think it's just, because you think it's good to promote human well-being and happiness and fairness. And unfortunately, doing the right thing, usually, it's hard. You probably heard that sometime elementary school, maybe, from your parents. Sometimes it's hard to do the right thing. I know these are some real, Pokemon animated adventures, life lessons we're trying to disseminate here. But fundamentally, it's true. So here are some things you can count on, okay? As long as you all keep the fire burning, there's still going to be room for discussion in this country concerning the legitimacy of socialist ideas and the inability for capitalism to meaningfully solve the problems humans experience in our day-to-day. I think, in my humble opinion, that Trump is going to eat Biden alive. I could be wrong. It's not impossible that Biden wins, but I doubt it. I think Trump is going to win, and I think it's going to be embarrassing. And I think after Trump wins, the Democrats are going to blame us for his victory. They're going to say, we didn't vote for Joe. They're going to say, we shit-talk Joe too much. We spread rumors about his cognitive decline. We just wanted Bernie. Bernie or bust. They're going to blame us for it. Somebody donate a big number? I wasn't looking. Oh, shit. Well, I'll get to it. Don't you worry. I ain't going nowhere. I have my earbuds out. You know. The DNC is going to blame you no matter what happens. Do you want to peek into the alternate timelines? Are you ready for it? Okay, are you ready to it's like quantum mechanics, you know? The observation of a timeline will collapse it down into a single causality, but if you don't look at it too hard, you can see into the future, multiple futures, all right? If Biden wins, everyone's gonna laugh at us. Oh, the Bernie supporters said Biden was unelectable. They said he was in cognitive decline. You wanted to run a senile old socialist Jew. But Biden won. Look at that. Looks like America doesn't want socialism. Either Bernie's totalitarian communist socialism or Trump's socialism for the rich. That's gonna be a tweet thread that you will read verbatim in the future if Biden wins. Yeah, I know. I'd kill myself. Yeah, I know. And if Trump wins, we had a real chance to depose Cheeto Benito, and we could have if it weren't for all of these entitled, millennial, privileged, white boy Twitter users, cisgender straight, who only wanted to vote for Bernie so they could get their free college tuition, but don't give a shit about all the illegals at the border who are gonna suffer now that Trump has another presidency. Toss a coin to your streamer, oh, viewers aplenty. That's what happens both ways. We don't get out of this easy. Like no matter what happens, we suffer. Like I said, life is suffering. What are you gonna do? Can I use Cheeto Benito? It's mildly amusing if you've only heard it a few times and not hundreds like I have. That's what's going to happen in both directions. There's no outcome here where we're not blamed. Okay? I'm not joking. This isn't me being facetious. There really genuinely is no outcome where we are not blamed for this personally. Okay? And I do need to talk to you guys about Bernie or bust. Well, now these are just the busted because Bernie's out. But I'm going to wait. We're not going to talk about it right now. I'm going to wait. Got a lot of time till November. We got time. Maybe for the dialectic to advance, okay? I'm not arguing with you folks on this right now. I know we got a lot of upset folks. Bosch, talk about it. I'm getting shit from them already. Well, Xander Hall, that's because you're talking about it. That's your tactical mistake. Here, this is an unfortunate fact of the matter. I am a deeply passionate person about all of the things I care about. You can ask my girlfriend. Is she here in chat? I don't know. You can ask anyone who knows me personally. Anything that I'm personally interested in, I will just go off on it. I really care about the things I care about. Like, I live my life in the most authentic way possible. Okay? I try my best. But when it comes to politics, I often have to bite my tongue and do things that don't necessarily make me happy. There are a lot of intuitive positions that I'm a fan of that upon further examination aren't actually very good. That's something that I've always been very concerned about, the possibility that I'm not actually advocating for utilitarian good, but I'm instead just sort of pushing out and legitimizing my intuitive positions. And I think that a lot of Bernie or busters honestly are over-emotional, spoiled brats who just don't like the idea of voting for Biden, even though it would bring about material good, because the idea of doing so is icky and they want to be above it all. I do think that. So just to I'll make my position clear, but we'll talk about it more in the future. As a utilitarian, the answer is to vote for Biden. It doesn't matter if it hurts your feelings. It doesn't matter if it sucks. It doesn't matter if he's a rapist. I don't care. Well, you think I'd care? You think I'd be swayed by an emotional argument? Do you think rape is the worst thing Biden has done? Do you really think that's the wait? So wait, Biden has led a campaign of just a lifelong political campaign of ruining shit for other people, and then it turns out he's a rapist and like that changes the moral equation? Nah. Mm-mm. But I know that a lot of folks are really upset right now. And if I talk about this, a lot of people are going to make really dumb fuck arguments. I've tried to go over this before after Super Tuesday. Doesn't work with you guys. I love you all very much, okay? I hope you know that. I care about you so, so deeply, okay? And all I want is the best possible world for all of us. But sometimes, sometimes you just gotta wait for a better season to talk about these. Vosh, you're being so fucking smug right now? Yeah, I am, because I'm right. Yeah, I've seen the way that you people are acting on Twitter. Yeah, no, I feel very smug. You guys are, like, some of the behavior I'm seeing are disgusting. I'm not even anti-accelerationist, by the way. I'm pro-accelerationist in most contexts. In this context, I don't think it's applicable. There are a lot of people whose behavior is fucking disgusting to me. Even fucking, like, woke libs, like Sean, like fucking Sean from Sean and Jen and stuff, posting like Bernie or Bush shit. These people need to seriously fucking check themselves. This is what happens when you let emotions infiltrate your ability to make reasonable political decisions, okay? I'm sorry, do you really think I haven't heard all the fucking calculus? I've thought about it for 4 years. I know. I've considered the fucking possibilities. But every time I talk to a Bernie or Buster, they hit me with some dumb fuck emotional arguments. Like, I've spent 4 years on my abacus doing fucking ethical calculus on whether or not accelerationism is a valid approach here, and then someone's like, I'm not voting for a rapist. Fuck you! I don't give a shit, okay? Jesus Christ, that's not a fucking argument. Also, Trump is more of a rapist. What the fuck are you talking about? If you don't vote for Joe Biden, you're passively voting for Trump. I'm sorry, that's how it works. Choosing not to vote or voting third party is in and of itself a decision that you are making as well. Trump is a worse president than fucking Biden would be. I'm really sorry. I've seen a lot of memes running around on how they're actually the same. They're not. They're not. Actually look at their policies. How many of you people have actually looked at any of the policies or any of the cabinet positions either of these people have advocated for? I guarantee you most of the Bernie or Busters have not. They have no fucking idea. They've just seen a fucking Twitter meme or two about how they were actually the same on all issues and Bernie Sanders was the only alternative and there's no actual reason to decide between voting for either of them because voting for a rapist is like inherently wrong, even if not voting would end up putting the worst rapist in office. All right, I'm really sorry. A lot of the behavior that I've seen on Twitter and like broadly speaking is disgusting. I'm not going lib on you guys. I'm more lefty than you because I don't let emotions compromise my ability to engage in proper leftist advocacy. Or at least I'm not this time. What, do you think it's like easy for me? I'll say one more thing. This is the one thing that bothers me the most. Why do you think I would say we need to vote for Biden if not because I've given serious consideration? Do you think I'm a liberal? Do you think I just have my whole channel where I advocate for like radical socialism and anarchism and then I'm just a liberal here? Well, you guys are going to say yes now because it's funny to say yes. Do you think it's because I haven't thought about it? Do you think it's because it's easy to be one of the like 5 leftists who aren't Bernie or bust? Okay, yeah, all right. You guys have fun. You guys have fun. In the words of Noam Chomsky, voting is not a reflection of your personal moral righteousness, but a frank determination as to which vote cast would lead to the best possible world. And voting for the lesser evil, while not a long-term strategy that will bring about good results, is, in the immediate sense, the only thing we are ever capable of doing. You do realize, by the way, that Bernie would have been the lesser evil too, right? You really think I like voting for presidents as an anarchist? He was the better lesser evil? So is everyone. It's always shades of gray. Not everyone is utilitarian. Oh yeah, then fuck other people. I don't care. Why would I... What, you think I'm going to be charitable to people who have ethical systems that from my ethical system ends up hurting more people? You give away our power through vote blue no matter who? No, you don't. I've talked about this before on stream. You don't. I've heard all the arguments. I get it, yeah. Wow, you trade away the left's voting bloc power by saying you'd be willing to vote for any Democrat rather than withholding our vote. Wow. That presupposes that the DNC cares about winning presidential elections, which they don't. The DNC is never going to put a fucking socialist in office or even make minor changes to their policy positions to acquiesce to the demands of leftists because they don't care about winning. They're fine with Trump winning again. You're not going to be able to blackmail them. We don't have anything on them. Green Party? Third parties don't work. Utilitarian ways to ditch the Dems? Oh yeah, that's a great utilitarian outcome. Split the vote amongst two left-leaning parties to guarantee Republicans win for the next century. Great idea. General strike's not a bad idea. That's power we do have. No, we can't illustrate a point to the public, K added 26, because we don't have any control over the media. Do you seriously think that if leftists abstained from the vote, the media would be like, these brave leftists in a principled stand are refusing to participate in the electoral process until the DNC acquiesces to their improved policies? Or do you think the media would say, these lunatic fucking lefties are letting Trump win again, all because they're not willing to vote in any president who isn't their personal favorite? We don't control the narrative. Do you think if Biden gets elected, he get reelected in 2024? Do you really think Biden's going to survive to 2024? Holy shit. Anyway, just like, I've heard all of these arguments. Like, I get like emails about this all of the time. It's insane to me, like, that you people think you have like an original argument against this point. If you are a utilitarian, and if you've been watching my channel, all of my arguments have been utilitarian arguments. All of them. I don't make deontological arguments. Then you should know that, generally speaking, utilitarianism is a pretty decent way of affecting positive change. I'm sorry that it hurts your, like, personal baby feelings, that you have to do something you don't want to do, you know? It just comes off really spoiled and entitled. Like you have a really weak understanding of how electoral politics works, but you only know how to virtue signal, so you'll talk a huge game about how the DNC will respect the vanguard of the left. They'll never, we'll show them they need our vote, and then like you'll just end up being irrelevant for the rest of time because you have no idea how to work within systems. Did you know Bernie Sanders actually kind of shared this problem? You haven't listened to them even if you heard them? Alright, you're getting banned, motherfucker. Honestly, wait, just really think about it. Let's just take a second to think, okay? Let's really just take a second to think, okay? Let's just take a second to think, okay? Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Examine the degree of entitlement you would have to feel to accuse me of not listening to or understanding Bernie or bust arguments when they're all I've been hearing for months. Just really think about that for a second. What are the rules for getting banned from the stream? Oh, just anytime you annoy me. There aren't any rules. It's my stream. Yeah, I've done multiple videos on this. Am I muted? No, you're not muted. Bernie Sanders had this problem too. One of the reasons why Bernie Sanders didn't manage to seize the presidency here is because he did not do very much to work within the system. Unfortunately, it's just a fact of the matter that you can't really gain much in the way of institutional power unless you're willing to respect that institution. Bernie Sanders didn't make any inroads with other Washington folk. He didn't really collaborate that much with other people. He didn't get much in the way of endorsements over the course of his presidential run, either of his presidential runs. And this was in large part because Bernie Sanders is an unbelievably ideologically pure person. And I think that's really, really cool. But I don't think it's very good at securing the presidency. I mean, I would criticize him, I think, robustly with regards to that. Bernie wasn't strong enough to win. Bernie was always at a disadvantage, of course. I mean, he's quite the outsider. But I do feel as though there are things he could have done to increase the likelihood of his victory. Do you think AOC is doing better with this? In some respects, yes. AOC is one of the most popular politicians in the country. She might actually be the most popular person in all of Congress. And she's doing this in large part because she's working to, how do you say this? AOC is working to bring about a form of advocacy that is amicable to people who are not necessarily on her side politically. For example, do you remember this? AOC, when she endorsed Bernie Sanders, a lot of her fans got angry. Really think about that for a second. Anyone who knows what AOC's policies are should have known she would endorse Bernie Sanders. But she still got a lot of blowback because she's able to bring about a fan base that isn't just like the hardcore, like Bernie Sanders populist left side of things. The Twitter left is bombarding AOC the past few days. This is one of the criticisms that I've had of the online left, or the left in general. You guys are basically woke scolds. Rather than considering the pragmatic efforts necessary to make effective change, you're more interested in virtue signaling, gatekeeping, and shit-talking people who don't adhere exactly to what you imagine people should behave as. What is the difference between a person going on Twitter and screeching at AOC because she was a little bit distanced from Bernie towards the end of Bernie's campaign, and a woke scold on Twitter telling me that I'm a piece of shit for using terms like femoid to try and attract more conservative-leaning people? The only difference is that the former incident is much more harmful. We need a tanky purge in YouTube chat? Let them re. I get great sexual pleasure from the from witnessing the anger of people who will never ever ever be able to affect positive change in their lives because all they have is emotion and rage, and they're literally not capable of understanding how systems work or how to work from within them. Erratics, we aren't going to have a leftist candidate again for a while. There's nobody else who can step up and replace Bernie's cult of personality. The best thing we can do in the meantime is work within the system and work towards increasing the level of voter dissatisfaction with the DNC. See, here's, God, Bernie Sanders. You know, it's really funny that you guys, like the Bernie or bust folk, you're banning people that disagree with you. Looks like you're an authoritarian left, not lib left. I am more than happy banning retards who believe that my decision to moderate my site chat has anything to do with my broader political positions. And I've banned one person, and now two. Damn. Free speech. You gonna cry about it? Yeah, I need to get a retard jar that I can drop $5 in every time I say it. Anyway. Idiot. This is essentially woke scolding behavior. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's weird because Bernie Sanders himself is very much against the Bernie or bust sentiment. Do you know why? It's because Bernie Sanders isn't an idiot. Do you know what the best way to affect long-term change for the DNC is? Let's really think. Wait, everyone chill out, okay? Let's really, really take a second to chill out. Okay? Are you ready for it? Okay, let's really think for a second. So right now, okay, I'm going to use the term the establishment. I'm sure we all know what that means when I use it, okay? Right now, the establishment is not very left-leaning within the Democratic National Committee, you know? Right now, the DNC is like Hillary aligned, you know? Very much a sort of establishment, centrist, you know, milquetoast left, will support gay rights if it pulls well kind of Democrat. That's basically where we're at. Biden is from that too, though he is to the left of Hillary in some respects. As it stands, it's very, very, very difficult for people like Bernie Sanders to make it to the presidency because it's difficult for them to get the unearned media attention that people like Joe Biden would get. So when Bernie Sanders gets covered in media, it's very spotty. It's very like it's kind of like sometimes his name is missing on polls, sometimes he does really well, and like, but he doesn't like get mentioned, and then when he is mentioned, it's kind of like, oh yeah, Bernie's doing good here, I guess, you know? Whereas Joe Biden, I mean, Joe Biden got a huge amount of unearned media over the past few months, or sorry, not over the past, over the past year. So as it stands, Bernie's at a huge disadvantage. But here's the hot question, you know. We do live in a democracy. I know. It's not a good one, but we do. We do vote, you know. The votes do decide some things. Not everything. Not enough things, but some things. And as we've seen with people like AOC, who have ended up being a thorn in the side of Nancy Pelosi, it's actually possible for sufficiently radicalized electorates to vote in new people who are both A, popular, and B, not establishment. So it seems like long term, the best way for us to affect positive change is for us to get these new grassroots candidates up there who end up supplanting the broader establishment power of people like Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, what have you. AOC is doing a really good job of this. But here's the great question. How do we do that? AOC was only elected because her district is very blue. AOC's district is like fucking Zika blue. What's that from that Love, Death, and Robots? Love, Sex, and Robots thing? It's Zima blue. It's so blue. Super blue. You know? Zima blue. Yeah, thank you guys. Not every district is going to vote in people like AOC. So what we can do, and this is what Bernie Sanders has been doing for the past 4 years, if you guys would pay attention, isn't just trying to get himself into the presidency, but is also trying to move the electorate left by introducing and normalizing ideas that they were otherwise completely unexposed to and unfamiliar with. You have to move them over to the left. You can't hold them hostage. Think about it. If we abstained our votes, do you really think the media is going to cover that favorably? Just really think about it. Oh, here's a 1 million person petition from former Bernie supporters saying we won't be voting for Joseph Biden because he doesn't represent the willpower and the need of the populist left. Cool, great. You know how that's going to get covered in media? We're going to look like fucking lunatics. We're going to look like pieces of shit. It's going to make us look fucking horrible. People are going to hate us. Optics won't matter when they never win elections anyway. Wrong! Optics change the minds not just of the people up there, but of the people down there. And we make it much easier for people to dismiss socialists when we all look like lunatics that are getting nothing but negative media coverage. Listen to these people. Guys, this is the doomer shit that destroys our chances. Who dares? Who just said that? The media will hate us no matter what we do? Fucking wrong. Incorrect. Are you seriously making the argument that the media is going to cover us with equal negativity and equal effectiveness no matter what we do? Oh, how convenient that is for you. Now you get to do whatever dumb shit you want, and it doesn't matter because you've convinced yourself that it doesn't make any difference. Fuck off with that. No, it makes a difference. We play into the media sphere too. One of the best things that Bernie Sanders did towards the twilight hours of his campaign is turn his entire campaign fundraising apparatus into an anti-COVID-19 machine. You think that hasn't played well with the media? You think that wasn't a good decision? Oh no, they just call what? They boot up MSNBC and they call him a piece of shit no matter what because everything is doomed against us and there's no chance for us to affect positive change, so we might as well just do nothing and shitpost on Twitter anyway? Fuck off with that. Jesus Christ. The media barely covered that shit? The media covered it a hell of a lot more than they were covering his dying campaign, and every mention of it was positive. Guys, I actually can't wait. There's a contradictory position here. If you guys believe the media is never going to cover us positively no matter what we do, then what benefit could there possibly be to holding the DNC hostage? You're doomering yourself out of your own negative positions. You realize that, right? You do realize that, right? If you do hold to the idea, it's all spite. If you hold to the idea that the media isn't going to cover us positively no matter what we do, then you can't possibly believe that holding the DNC hostage is going to work. Sorry, guys, I'm right. AOC has gotten a lot of positive media coverage. It's possible for left-leaning people to get positive media coverage. You just have to do it right. That's why AOC is smarter than you cunts. Because she actually knows how to push fairly progressive policies through and get a huge amount of public support and to take power away from the establishment in the DNC without inciting a massive media hate train against her. It's possible. It can be done. You people are crazy. We just need to hold less radical positions? No. We don't need to change our positions. We just have to be strategic about which positions we argue for. That's it. I can be politically effective, not from this channel because of the kind of shit that I say, but generally speaking, I'm capable of being politically effective if I really wanted to. I could put a suit on. Third party? Nope, third parties don't work. I'm gonna kill myself, dude. How are there so many people with so many bad ideas? It's insane to me. I don't understand how. How do we do it? How? I don't get how many times do you have to say this? Third parties don't work. Blackmailing the DNC isn't going to work. The only thing we can do is convince more and more average people that the left is something they want to be a part of. Are you guys actually opposed to the idea of class consciousness? You do realize I'm advocating for class consciousness. Sorry, I'm not voting for Biden? That's not an argument, dipshit. Okay, it's fine. If you want to hurt people, that's totally fine. I'm sorry that your personal level of upsetness, emotional compromise leads you to making bad decisions. I'm literally advocating for class consciousness here. We don't need to focus on changing the DNC. We change the voters. The DNC isn't going to change. We can't blackmail the DNC. We have nothing on the DNC. They don't care about winning. There's nothing we can do. All third party will do is split the vote and make sure Republicans win for the next 1,000 years, okay? It doesn't work. Nope. They're all done. Arguments, you're busted. I'm sorry, folks. Your arguments are gone. They're in the trash. I've shit on them. I've pooped on them. Your arguments have my feces on them now. I'm really sorry. Whoops. The winning argument is engaging in efficacious rhetorical strategies that work to convince the electorate that we have decent ideas. That means people like AOC. That means people like Rashida Tlaib or Ilhan Omar. That means encouraging local elections so we have more of a grassroots effort, decentralized so the DNC corporate media can't snipe us the moment we get up any level of public prominence. Some more DSA stuff? Yeah, well, the DSA is cucked. But yeah, sure, the DSA stuff. Reach out to people in your area. There are lots of people who could stand to benefit from the political prescriptions that we make. All of the immigrants in this country, all the people of color, these are people that we could potentially reach out to. And it's really, really frustrating to me when you guys who claim to be like these big dick socialists, I see a lot of you people, I would never vote for Biden, my leftist heart beats too pure, have given up on the idea of class consciousness and are just going to do whatever the fuck makes you feel good, no matter what it does for the working class. What's bad about the DSA? I was being facetious. The DSA just had some little nitpicks. Not a big idea. Not a big deal. There are so many people typing in chat. Boy, oh boy, I cannot read this much. What will Biden do for the working class? It's not about what Biden will do. It's about what we can do by not looking like lunatics throwing the election to Trump, which will make the rest of the DNC angry with us and inhibit our ability to make positive change. Why do you think Bernie Sanders spent his entire fucking campaign never shit-talking voters? He never did it. He wouldn't shit-talk Trump voters either. He never went on a deplorable speech. He talked about how, fundamentally, I think everyone in America, we all want the same basic things. We all want health care. We all want education. He never shit-talked the voters. And do you know why? Because doing so is a really bad way of engaging in class consciousness. If he did that, people would have disliked him. And if you guys throw away any chance of public goodwill that you have on some dumbass bid of on some failed effort to blackmail the DNC, you're going to make it harder. They don't care how nice we are. All right, we're just doing bans now. That's okay. We'll ban you all for a month. That's okay. You'll just take a little time to cool off. That's okay. I can't do the thing where, like, I make an argument and then people just respond and they're like, I don't care. I'm not voting for a rapist. Go fuck yourself, Vosh. This can be now the stream. The amusement of this stream will now be derived from the people who are actually mad at me for banning in my own site chat. That's now the crux of this community. Go fuck yourself, Vosh. Banning people who disagree with you is some heavy bullshit. Damn. I can't believe you disagree with the ability of me, an individual proprietor, curtailing the people who use my service. I bet you'd be okay with Nazis using YouTube, too. Vosh, you cannot acquiesce to neoliberals forever as the planet burns. Ah yes, getting Trump in office is an excellent way of dealing with climate change. Great idea. I don't care what the consequences of my actions are. I just don't like the idea of voting for a person I don't like. Wait, does typing 1M mean 1 month or 1 minute? Did I just ban that first person for 1 minute? Vosh, you're being impossibly naive. If you genuinely think the media will continue to be nice to AOC if they think she threatens her class interests, she holds no serious power at the moment. She ran for president, she'd be smeared even worse than Bernie. Good thing I don't advocate for her running for president. Good thing the mere fact that she exists is a threat to the power of the DNC because it shows there are millions of voters who align with her progressive interests more than their corporate ones. Damn. It's almost as though political advocacy does not begin and end at what your percentage chances of winning the presidency, and actually has a lot to do with being able to mobilize the proletariat and convince them of the legitimacy of your ideas. I can't believe I'm talking to leftists right now. Who... Do you guys, like... Are you guys, like, actually leftists? It's the tanky Vosh arc. What thing is that tune from? That's from Disney's Robin Hood. The All right, I'm bored of scrolling through chat super slow while the actual chat speeds ahead of me. I'm bored. We're moving forward. We banned, like, what was that? Like 3 people? There we go. That's the purge. 3 of a few thousand. We did it. We did it, folks. Somebody just say Vosh is gatekeeping. I don't know how what I'm doing is anything other than opening the gate. Can we move on to more productive stuff? No, we can work on that in the immediate future. But right now, I do want people to know that if they're Bernie or bust, I don't consider them welcome in my community. Because I think they're over-emotional dipshits. They're spoiled brats who are LARPing. They're woke scolds who don't actually give a shit about the actual effects of their opinions or beliefs or like behaviors, but just care about reifying like some very specific irrational presuppositions they have like deep in their heart. I don't care. I don't care. Like, there's nothing that you guys could say because none of you have arguments. I think Bernie was way too radical for America. I think if Bernie had approached it with a slightly better strategy, it would have been possible for him to win. But even the fact that he didn't win doesn't mean he didn't do good. There's a consequentialist argument for Bernie or bust. Yeah, and I've engaged with it. I've engaged with it. I've done it before. It's so tiring, guys. Holy shit. It's so fucking boring. This is such a boring argument for me. I've done all of it. I've got My abacus is in the other room, okay? I'm sorry, I can't bring it out for you, but I've done the calculus, alright? I'm really sorry. Consequentially, every argument you have is fucking wrong, okay? Get a Bernie or Buster in the ring. Okay, I've never actually done a Bernie or Bust argument before. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look at Discord and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna decide based on the names of the people in chat, okay? That's what I'm going to do. If they have dumbass names, I'm not doing this. Debate Liv? I don't want to debate Liv. Nope. You all suck. Fuck you. You'll smash them, you're on form at the moment. Shut up, Liv Raven. Mental health is important. Well, I'm just opening the window. It doesn't hurt my mental health to do this. Wait, that's so bright. Jesus Christ, come on. I don't want the light, I just want the air. What does this mean for trans people? What does what mean for trans people? Talk to Lucid Fox? No. Did you see Destiny shit-talking your take on FDR not saving capitalism? Yeah, I think I badly phrased that, so some of the criticism was warranted. Yeah, exactly, bad praxis, Hannigan. No, we're not debating Bernie or Bust. We're not. Sophia is calling all Biden voters rape apologists in your Discord. Oh, then Sophia's stupid. My mod, Sophia? Oh, then that's Sophia being stupid. Idiot. Anyone who doesn't vote is an actual rape apologist because they're letting Trump win. There's my fucking reverse. There's my Uno card. You ready for it? I'm not debating Sophia. I hate you fucking people. Fine. Whatever. It's not like I felt like that. This was just supposed to be an emergency stream. It's not like I had any fucking particular emotional investment. Wait, how many subs have I lost? Every time I talk about this, I end up losing subs. Hold on. I was on such a sub growth train. Feels bad, man. Nah, I'll live. She went ahead as Bernie or Bust. Yeah. Is she not welcome in the community? Well, she can square up next time she wants to get on call. For the record, Sophia isn't. That was a lie. Okay. Whoever lied about Sophia, fuck you. All right, we're bringing someone on. If you have a shit mic, I'm booting you immediately. Who are we? James Buchanan, hello.
Oh, okay. I didn't know this was going on. Hey, buddy.
Hit me up. Quick, let's do it. What's up?
Okay.
Fight me.
I want to talk to you about. Oh, I don't want to fight you. Oh no, definitely not.
We're here for fights, my friend. What do you got? What's on your mind? We'll see.
Oh yeah. I just want to talk about like potentially better ways to frame certain arguments, like optic wise.
Oh yeah.
Like really. So like a really good example of one that I have is white privilege. Rather than
wait. This is completely unrelated to what we're doing at the moment. You'll have to send me an email. I love you, okay?
Okay, sorry.
All right, no worries.
I wasn't aware it was going on. All right.
Okay. He means well. Castor Guevara, what's up? You're not making any noise. All right, well, I love you, buddy. Cannabis Lecter.
Oh, hi.
Howdy.
Oh, wow. I did not expect this. I just came in to hear people just shouting and screaming at each other.
I see. So wait, do you not have a particular contention?
No, not really.
All right. I love you, buddy.
No worries. Love you too, man.
Rat Resistance, hello.
What? Primitive.
That's 5 debates I've won so far. This is ridiculous. Why are so many people piled in there without wanting to talk to me? JJ Sloth 99, hello. All right, I'm diving in.
Kind of trash. I used
All right,
to
which
be
one of you fucking dipshits actually wants to
All right,
argue?
You used to be
I am unless you're in a swing
Only
state.
if you
All right,
are
okay.
one. So Neo is one. Why? Neo
Oh,
is
sorry.
Neo, okay.
Neo is Raphael.
Jesus Christ. Neo NN44, what's up? What the fuck? That's Hyena's fault.
Right.
Please, dude.
Neo was fucking dead. Are any of you even Bernie or Busters?
Oh no.
Please.
Dude,
I'm a Bernie Buster, okay? Don't touch it. Please, I just want to. I'll just civil Dude, don't. Yo. This sounds.
How about we read donations? We're just going to close that. Want to take people from the chat? Those were people from the chat. Jesus Christ. My community needs to be fumigated.
Toss a coin to your streamer, oh viewers aplenty.
Why can light come through glass? That's fucked up. There was an alt-right hit piece made on Hunter Avalon, based.
Amidst the
truth about Hunter Avalon. Ah, this is like 1K sub Andy. Okay, we're reading donations. Then we'll see if we're doing more. I don't even fucking know. Gray Joe style with the $2. Green Party thoughts. Third party doesn't work. In a first past the post voting system, it's mathematically guaranteed that everything will eventually go towards 2 parties. That's it. That's all that's left. Can't go any further than that. Now that's in a presidential system, not in a parliamentary system, but still. Young Nilla P with the incredibly generous $30 donation. Thank you so goddamn much, comrade. I really appreciate that. Your content is really good and I hope you keep doing this. Well, as long as I'm being well compensated for my efforts, I don't see any reason why I would ever stop, right? I'm having a lot of fun. Okay. Alright, okay, wait, okay, hold, okay, we have a guarantee now that there are some people who are Bernie or bust, okay? We have a guarantee. Alright, let's do it. We're just gonna do 1 or 2, okay? That's all. That's all we're gonna do, okay? We're just gonna do 1 or 2. Neuromancer.
Oh, hello. Let me just mute the stream. 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? Alright, hit me with your best arguments. I want to hear it.
All right. Well, first of all, quick intro. Thank you for looking into the Golden Dawn trial. That was a while ago. Now, second, on to the Bernie or bust issue. I don't know. My argumentation is that Bernie honestly, and this is a non-American perspective, so you can please correct me if you have something better. I think that Bernie, as a SOC Dem, or even a democratic socialist, was the best shot at America getting free healthcare, free education, things that we in Europe generally consider a given. Joe Biden, in many ways, is no better than, well, he's a little bit better, but in reality, he's like Donald Trump light. And I see no reason to vote for the lesser of two evils when you obviously had the option of a clearly better candidate, even within electoral politics, which I don't believe.
Okay, so we already have several problems here.
Okay.
For one, Trump and Biden are not even close to the same. I know we're all far left, and that sometimes it's hard to appreciate the differences politically between people like Trump and people like Biden, or like Pelosi and just like an average Republican. But there's actually a huge number of differences. Trump is literally like a subhuman troglodyte. Who lies about everything that he says, and has he's all of the people that he's put into like positions of power are also fascists. He collaborates with white nationalists, and he's actively advocating for like xenophobic, like American exceptionalist, anti-immigrant rhetoric basically every chance he gets. Biden isn't great, but he does advocate for like better healthcare. He does advocate he does advocate for like an improvement currently to our like tuition system. He isn't a fascist, among other things. He doesn't constantly spit racist rhetoric. He does there's so many ways. Like he acknowledges the existence of climate change. There's so many differences. So it's really weird. And what it makes me feel like when lefties say that is that they don't actually know the positions of either of them. They just know that like they're not Bernie, so they must be the same.
Okay. Yeah. I see what you mean, but do you think, honestly, that he is going to implement any of the things that he says he will?
Well, that's
Of course, you
irrelevant.
could say, okay,
Even if he doesn't implement any of those things, it's still better than Trump, because all Trump would have to do is implement any of his things, and it would be worse.
yeah, I get you. You know what? I'm not gonna double down on my position. I think that's an honest take, and I
love
have
you,
to respect
comrade.
that.
No, I love you, comrade. I appreciate the sincerity of your beliefs.
I still would not. Can I get one final word in?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, just I would still not vote for Biden, but I do recognize the need for a strategical vote.
Yeah.
And
It's all strategic voting. I know no other
Yeah.
type of voting. All right. Thank you, comrade. I love you.
Take care.
Bye. All right, we're doing one more. Noodles.
Oh, hey, am I on?
Yep, you're
Hey,
on.
am I on? All right, hey, cool. All right, let me just mute the stream real quick. Okay, so first off, I think that the main danger, and I know there's a lot of people who are very emotional about this, and they have the right to be, you know, Bernie just dropped out. But I think a lot of Bernie busters use very poor arguments. However, I think the biggest danger to a Biden presidency is that it will allow people to coalesce around a more dangerous figure in the 2024 election. Would you agree? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's the only consequentialist argument I think that's valid on the Bernie or bust side. You can make the argument that in a populist political system, public sentiment is kind of like a rubber band. You have like Obama that pulls in one direction for 8 years, and then it snaps, and we go all the way over to Trump. And if we get Trump for 2 terms consecutively, we're probably going to snap back to something like a little bit better than what we could get with Biden, because people are sick and tired of that. But if we end up going with Biden, then the chance goes like to the Republican Party to throw someone even worse in front. My main concern is that while I do think that's generally true, and I do think there's a legitimate risk of a Biden presidency ending up enabling like worse Republican positions down the line, I don't think it overwhelms the broader goal of immediately stopping climate change. Biden at least acknowledges the existence of climate change, and he does work within the DNC, and the DNC has folks who care about climate change more than Biden. But Trump, I feel like if we literally cannot survive like 4 more years of Trump. Like, too much damage will be done. We won't even invest in green energy at a rate that will allow us to do anything if a Democrat comes after Trump.
I suppose, but I feel like for the 4 years that Biden's going to have, and for the weak policies that he has, not only will those almost certainly be immediately undone if another right-wing populist comes into office in 2024, I feel as if agitation under a Republican usually drives people to the left, while agitation under a Democrat usually drives people further to the right. I feel as if 4 more years of Trump, well, it's not good, and I know I'm not going to say that, oh, they're the same, because they're not. They're most certainly not. But 2024 could be the chance for another left-wing populist, not necessarily like Bernie Sanders, but even like a fucking like Elizabeth Warren, someone who has more of a chance to make more progress rather than if we just let Biden come in and then have it snap back to the far right as soon as he's out.
I just don't know. Like, I feel like we're just biding our time with that, then, aren't we? Because if that cycle continues into perpetuity, the goal isn't so much to delay its advance back to the DNC by putting Trump in for 4 more years. The goal would be to try and steal whatever time we can and work as well as we can under a Biden presidency to effect positive change. Like, even if things snap back and forth in the way that they seem to be doing, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get a better shot after Trump's 4 more years. Not to mention, if he puts another, like, 1 or 2 judges in the Supreme Court, we're going to have a conservative Supreme Court for the rest of our lives, which is pretty bad, like really bad.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me is the Supreme Court, because I know that, and part of me is also concerned about Biden, you know, the guy who said that he would be okay with a Republican running mate choosing a Supreme Court. But yeah, I do think that that is the one thing. I feel like if you want to convince a Bernie or Buster, the biggest argument that you could use is it would be really entertaining to watch the entire Trump fan base snap if Biden of all people won. I mean, that's the biggest thing that it's got going for me for now, and you know, plus the Supreme Court. Ultimately, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just pissed, like a lot of people are, because the whole primary was over before my state even got to cast a vote. So
I mean,
I guess there's just a lot of emotions, and
No, I get. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference. Like probabilistically,
Yeah,
Bernie
yeah.
was already pretty much done. But yeah, no. I mean, it's unfortunate, but like we can't hinge electoral victories like that can't be the metric by which we decide whether or not we're making like effective positive change. I think the only thing we can really do is kowtow and capitulate to the Democratic voter base and maybe some center-leaning or apolitical people to try and show them that like we have solutions that like people like Biden can't. And I think we're going to have opportunities to make those arguments during a Biden presidency, because it's not as though the far right is going to go away while he's in office, you know?
Did Biden announce a VP yet? Because I think that
No.
could be another big argument, because I'm pretty sure Biden is going to die in office if he wins.
Well, yeah, but there's no way Biden is going to put a VP in that's going to be worse than Trump.
Yeah, that's true. And I was gonna say it might be like potential to have someone better, you know? Like, I'm not saying that he would pick like an Elizabeth Warren type, but I'm thinking that like at least better than him, you know? I think that might actually be a pretty big draw.
Well,
for a
yeah, it's
lot of-
possible. I mean, a lot of people consider the possibility that Warren, for her behavior towards Bernie, might have been promised something by the Biden campaign. I would accept like a Biden, like a Warren vice president. I think that'd be pretty
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, I feel like that would get a lot of people on the side. That's
Yeah.
pretty much all the contention I have. Good talk.
Yeah, I love you, buddy.
All right, you too.
All right, be well. The snapback is pretty much like the best. The snapback is like the best utilitarian argument, but I still think it's important because of the Supreme Court and climate change. Is the rubber band effect true or not? I do think that having a Democratic president increases the likelihood of next having a Republican president, and vice versa. Guys, will you stop complaining so much about the troll in chat? Holy shit, it's not a big deal. They're not hurting you. Wow, they said Trump 2020. My God, truly are they blowing you out with their superior arguments. Just, Jesus Christ, pay attention to the stream. Ay. Alright, we're reading donos for real. I love you guys. John Hammond, the $3. Please tell me you saw the Warren feud on Twitter. I'm afraid I did not, comrade. And Rat Resistance, the $5. Very happy I'm not an American. Imagine having to choose between 2 demented rapists. Good going, America. Guys, if you believe Obama wasn't also a rapist, hoo boy. Nah, he probably wasn't. Obama seems like as an individual, he would probably be like a fairly tolerable person. Maybe he was, who knows. Sergio Salas, the $5, 4 more years of Trump versus 8 years of Biden. Biden's not going to make it 8 years. He's going to make it 4. There's no fucking way he makes another. He's refused to even, like, confirm he's going to be going for another 4 years. There's no way. Noctis, the $2. Remember, everyone still votes for Bernie's delegates in your state and increases the power of the left in elections. Yeah, okay, wait. Okay, wait. Hold on. Are you ready for it? Okay, wait. Okay. I do still believe that if you're Bernie or bust, you're a fucking emotionally compromised asshole. But if you aren't going to go and vote down ballot, voting for local elections, for local progressives and local measures, just because you don't want to deal with the presidential vote, you're a piece of shit. Unironically, you're a piece of shit. At least fucking vote down ballot. At least fucking go in and vote for the fucking, the provisions and the local candidates. But you just like, oh, I don't like the president. And you throw away the other fucking 100 things you can vote for come November. Nah, fuck you. Nah, ooh. Not just the presidential election that matters. Mr. Anarchist Taco with the $5. F in chat for Bernie. Also, quick question: is the Amazing Atheist chat still tomorrow? I'm hyped for my 2 favorite beer daddies to face off. Yes, it's still tomorrow. I think at 1 p.m. I need to double check. John Avilon with the $5. Thank you, comrade. Not even a dono message. And Lisette Perez, the $2. Have my Google money? I take your Google money. It's mine now. How does down ballot work over there in Yankland? Oh, it's easy. You just get a big old sheet of paper. Instead of just voting for the president, you vote for everything below the president. You know how it'd be. Dumb non-blonde with the $5. Corona, transphobes, almost out of weed. Now dad drops out. Vosh never takes me seriously. What else? Oh, hang on, gotta pee. I mean, at least you're able to address the pee problem, right? We had to go get some Corona weed recently. We're smoking it. It's in our lungs. Sake with the $5. Thank you. I prepared myself for Biden's easy loss to Trump, then 4 more years of him, followed by Ekins Warren's failed progressive campaign, followed by 8 more years. Yeah, maybe Trump is just going to abolish term limits. He can just keep running. Why not? Keep it going, world. Sake Tanuki with the incredibly generous $20. Thank you. And then Climate Apocalypse. I'm also ready for Biden to announce the HRC VP, then DNC announces him unfit, and we end up with HRC 2020. Okay. Unironically, if Biden ends up doing some crazy fuckery with the vice presidency, like some really wild fuckery, okay, maybe we can have this conversation again. All right, maybe. But I feel like it's gonna be like, I mean, he said it's gonna be a woman, right? So Warren or Hillary or Kamala. I think Kamala is actually the most likely choice. For Lotto, the Dear One sub, I thought I was ready for this to happen and knew it would happen, but goddamn, does it still sting really, really, really hard? Yeah, I know. I've prepared myself for it happening, but I can't deny it's disappointing. Austin Space, the very generous $20. Major bummer about the Bernardino. You did an excellent job debating Adam Kokesh yesterday. I can't believe I was so enamored by him when I was a hardcore libertarian boy. Keep doing that voodoo that you do so well. Thank you very much, comrade. So noted. Guys, what do you think I should release today? Do you think I should release the Adam Kokesh debate, or do you think I should release the Discord, the Discord AMA that I did? The Kokesh debate? Okay, Kokesh debate. The Kokesh debate, yeah, the Discord was good, but I feel like the Kokesh debate was some of my best rhetoric yet. I'm really, really proud of it. People in YouTube chat are like hardcore mauling about me. I wonder how many people watching are anti-fans. Like 10% of the viewing audience, maybe? That's 370 people. Cami Purin. Purin? With the unbelievably generous $135. Jesus fucking Christ, my dude. Jesus. That is so kind of you. And so unbelievably unnecessary, but thank you. Here's the money I was going to donate to Bernie this month. I will vote Biden/D down ticket, but I don't admire his chances. I don't think he has a chance. I don't think he has a chance either, comrade, but man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be donating to Biden. I'll say that. I'll vote for Biden over Trump, but I don't know if I'm going to be donating to Biden. I feel like that might be a waste of my money. Thank you so much, comrade. I really appreciate it. Guys, I'm going to wrap up. Oh, wait, hold on. Vosh, you can make the anti-Bernie or bust argument, but shoving it down people's throats and banning people for not wanting to vote for a rapist makes me think you're not an anarchist and makes me wish you'd stop claiming you are one. Actually, we derive people's political opinions from how they treat their friends on Neopets. Don't ban him. I won't. That literally be such a nothing quite as based as unironically making the stupid arguments conservatives make. Oh, you're an anarchist? Then why do you moderate your anarchism forum? Literally making that argument except as a leftist. Very big brain. David767 with the $2. I think Bernie dropped out because he'd rather end his campaign than risk voters being forced to choose between their health and voting like in Wisconsin. Yeah, I think that was definitely a really, really huge part of it. Which sucks, but it probably also seemed like the writing was on the wall. But it was a responsible decision, I think. Ziltoid with the 5 Canadian. Can't wait for Biden to surprise reveal he was a based anarcho-posadist all along. Yeah, we could still be duped at the far end, you know. Aussie film lover with the 35 czar. And now what do we do for the next 4 years? What can we expect from a second Trump term? We do the exact same thing that we've been doing for the past 4 years. We get angry, we get active, we change people's minds. That's it. Guys, on the plus side, when it comes to online advocacy, the 2014 Gamergate to alt-righter wave has already happened. It's not going to happen again. People have already tasted that pipeline from being anti-SJW because feminists have red hair and they're mean to believing whites need an ethno-state. We've already gone down that road. It's not going to happen again. But we're still on the fucking rise! True. I'm talking to Joshua Collins in like a week or so, I think. I hope I don't have to end up talking about Bernie or bust to him. I don't want to talk about Bernie or bust with every single fucking like angry left-leaning person in the world. Lucky Axolotl with a very generous $15. Why he got to drop out on my birthday, Pepe Hands. I did draw this though since it's the anniversary of Margaret Thatcher's death. Oh, nice. Happy birthday, comrade. Thank you for the art. This is actually kind of like great in its own way. No political violence, Areno. Oh, yeah, Demon Mama. Yeah, Liberaven. True, Ellie Rogers. Bonk. Sake Tanuki with the $20. I won't vote. Oh, is it baby time?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's time to lower heart rates.
Everyone, it's time to be calm. How rowdy are you? How rowdy are you? You look tired. You're so tired. You're just fucking falling into my... How you doing? Baby. Yeah, I'm Artemy or bust. That's what I am. We're getting you or we're getting no one. Baby or bust. I want to see it. Baby or bust. I want to see you all chanting in chat. Baby or bust. Don't you want this little commander-in-chief? Look at him. He says yes with his claws out. Baby or bust. Baby or bust. Baby or bust. Baby or bust. Don't put your paw in my mouth. That's gross. You're so sleepy. Ooh, big yawn. Oh no, everyone missed the yawn. Quit. God, you're so heavy now. You gonna bite me? Oh, you're gonna try and bite my nose. Yep. Oh, he just wants to go back to sleep. Yeah. All right. Say goodbye to everyone. Where'd the boy's bones go? He has no bones. Boneless baby. Do you want a meow? No? You just want to lay there and flop like you're dead? Hmm. Mm. Alright, chill out in the window. Be free. That fucking dog. Okay. We're going to finish up donos, and then we're going to conclude this stream with a rousing call to action so that we can all end on a positive note. How about that? Sake Tanuki with the $20. I won't vote Biden either in the primary or in the general. I won't work for or advocate for him in any way. Okay, I think you're wrong, but you also pay for my rent, so there's the financial interest compromising my political legitimacy again. Jonathan Rodriguez, the $5, pouring one out for Bernie, frowny face. Me too, comrade. Me too. If only I could drink. Ninja Taco with the $5. Well, I'm not American. A Trump or even Biden victory will do to the rest of the world real bad. To be honest, I'm terrified this has global consequences. Yeah, it does. Yeah, everyone, all across the world, they fucking... I'm gonna shoot that dog. I'm gonna shoot that dog. This is all day, every day. I'm gonna shoot the dog. In a video game. I would never do that to a dog. It's not its fault. It's just being loud. It's not its fault. It's the owner's fault. BBQ House, the $3. I've been doing the same damage control with my less political friends today. They are feeling what I felt on Super Tuesday. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to share the white pill with everyone, okay? We have to spread the positivity. Blackjack OC with the $5. It is morally reprehensible and strategically worthless for the left to support Biden. I will not vote for Biden. He will betray us. Okay, you're just wrong. For one, morally reprehensible? Okay, oh, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. If you don't vote for Biden, you're letting Trump win. Trump is worse. That's morally reprehensible. Inaction is an action too, dipshit. Secondly, what do you mean strategically worthless? What the fuck does that mean, strategically worthless? You don't get any strategic benefit from not voting for Trump. All you do is make voters hate you because it's easier for them to put out a narrative about all the Bernie or busters who allowed Trump to rape our country for 4 more years. Now, I'm not morally responsible how others vote. No, you're morally responsible with how you vote. You fucking idiots. You would disagree with this in any other fucking context, okay? Jesus Christ. Fucking Nazi... Yeah, I didn't help a drowning man. This is morally neutral. It's not my fault he's drowning. I'm only responsible for my own actions. Yeah, context kind of came out a little bit choked there. Whatever, I can't argue with all the dipshits in the fucking donuts. In Brazil, we had fucking retards that preferred to nullify their vote. We have compulsory voting rather than vote for a Workers' Party candidate, and we have Bolsonaro. Wow, sure worked out for them. Damn, who knew not voting wasn't an effective strategy? Tyler Fairbanks, the very generous $20. Love your videos. Debating my friend about why you shouldn't vote Trump to shift the Overton window to the left. I respect your opinion. Would appreciate your feedback. Thank you for all you do. I mean, I think this entire stream... I'm done with this radlib shit. Ooh, is that a tanky term? Tanky. We're still on the anti-tanky phase, my friend. Whoa! Sorry, my finger slipped. Haha. Radlib for effective voting strategy. Strategic voting? Heh. like a rad lib, advocating relentlessly for socialist political policies, but then saying we have to capitulate because there's slightly better utilitarian outcomes to voting for Biden than not voting at all. Heh, looks like a rad lib. Whatever, stay mad, guys. Your political ineffectiveness is the reason why I've made a career out of my good takes, and you're the ones crying in my chat getting banned. Mythaldo with the $5. Thanks for bringing the purest logical argument against the rape Biden point. It was never an argument. Sergio Salas, the $5. Counter-revolutionary Vosh. Yeah. NGRO with the $2. What's your opinion about transhumanism and genetic modification on embryos to make kids smarter or immune to diseases? I think it could be cool if it was applied ubiquitously and was not done as a form of soft eugenics or as a way to privilege the children of the wealthy. Cammy Pure with the $5. Rape isn't that bad. Vosh 2020. I mean, next to like genocide? I don't know. Next to, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if rape is like right here, I think voting for the Iraq War is like way up there. But maybe that's just my, maybe it's because I haven't been sexually assaulted. And if I was, I too would believe 2.4 million Iraqis dead was somehow not as bad. Aussie film lover, the 35 czar. Now what do we do for the next? Wait, I did that one. Yeah, we just gotta keep going on. David767 with the $2. What Bernie or busters don't get is that a vote for Trump is a stab in the back to Bernie and the principles of his cause, even more so than a vote for Biden. Yeah, I think they feel like it's funny because the left acts like we love Bernie. Bernie is our daddy. Grandpa Bernie. We'll do anything. Bernie, you're so wise. What are you up to? And then Bernie loses, and Bernie's like, okay, now vote for the other Democrat. And his fans are like, no, actually. Hey, what's up? You didn't like the window that much? Did it bore you? Was there not enough interesting stuff going? Oh, why you running? Why you running? You nervous, Jack? Why you nervous? Why you nervous? Why you nervous, Jack? Why you nervous? He wants to bite my nose. He has no bones. Lick. Boneless baby. No problems, Caster. He's so sleepy. He's just a fucking noodle. What's up with you? Oh, violence. Yeah? Oh yeah, you want to fight me? You want to fight me? You want to fight me? Violence. All right, say goodbye. Let's let you out. Wah! There we go. Violence. But not really, because those are soft bites and he licks afterwards. Come here, you. Let's get you outside. All right. There we go. Kawaru with the $5. Chat is cringe right now. True. Cola Dick with the $2. This news makes me glad I'm not an American. I don't have your dilemma. Yeah, where are you from, buddy? I'm pretty sure you have similar dilemmas, too. Stuart Keating with the $2 Australian. I'm never voting Biden. I'm Australian. No, there's no excuse for not voting Biden, no matter where you're from. Whether you be Australian, European, un-American, get over here. Get in here. Isaac Dixon with the $10. Thank you. We're all gonna be a little hurt right now, so there's gonna be a few yikesy takes. Yeah, I know. Chat baited me into it. I'm not responsible for my own behavior. Chat did it. It's not me. Not my fault. I said I wouldn't do it, and then I did it. What's our total lost sub count? I can check the dips that I get from each individual thing. YouTube analytics are crazy powerful. I'll live. I'll survive. The coolest bro with the $2. Where does each party go after Biden? Oh, I don't know. I can't Nobody in 2012 could have anticipated 2016. That was wild. I don't know what's going to happen coming down the line. Electronic Warbear with the $5. The best thing we can do now is try to vote at least on a local level. Absolutely, yeah. Local voting is what we. You can't just let the DNC be bad everywhere and then try to get lucky with a presidential bid. You have to do groundwork first. Pathos with the $2. Incremental change. I don't advocate for incremental change, comrade. I'm still a revolutionary. I just think that a Biden presidency is a better way of disseminating class consciousness, and that helps us avoid imminent death with regards to certain issues like the Supreme Court and global climate change. That's really it. I still don't think any real positive change can come about without a revolution. Douglas Lay, the $2. Go full Tea Party and infiltrate the DNC. Yeah, that's what I think people like AOC and Justice Democrats are trying to do. We just got to keep trying. Favorites, the $5. Thank you. I'm super scared about Trump winning and Ruth Bader getting replaced by a conservative. Yeah, it's probably going to happen, buddy. I'm sorry. Hey, anyone here got a pregnancy? Okay, you might want to get that dealt with now, because I'm pretty sure that in 4 years, or maybe just 2 or 3, we are not going to have a right to a legal abortion. Alias Gray with the $5. How can your average person spread class consciousness so we can get a socialist to become president? Also, who should we prime to become pres in 2024? I don't know who can be primed. I don't think AOC is going to be eligible in 2024. She would also get blown the fuck out for her inexperience, which is probably valid. She is very young. But when it comes to what an average person can do, I mean, just talk to people. Advocate for progressive policies. Try to do a decent job, making your points be known. That's all we can really do fundamentally as individuals. I have a little more power than most people, but at the end of the day, my reach is still astronomically small compared to that of the broader institutions we're dealing with. DeGero with the incredibly generous $25. Thank you. I know DNC doesn't care about winning, but would the Biden is more electable shit libs get the message, appealing to the people rather than the DNC? The people who are hardcore like K-Hive, Biden is more electable? Probably not. But there are a lot of people, there are a ton of people in the DNC who like Bernie's policies, who voted for Joe Biden because they felt Joe Biden was more electable, not prescriptively, but just because they were scared of any radical change. You just have to sell these ideas to them. Uh-oh. Wait, the tanky's back. Viet Cong Nothing Wrong says, Vosh, you are not an anarchist. I've spoken to your audience. No one actually believes you're an anarchist. Every subject you debate in your channel usually comes with a take completely antithetical to anarchism. You can scream, you have to lower your power level to radicalize the libs, but in reality, you wouldn't get this mad over people not wanting to vote for a rapist if you weren't emotionally invested in statist bullshit. Done with this stream, Lamau Destiny was right about you. That's a copy pasta. I want all of you get that on your clipboards now before I ban them. There we go. Now make chat hell. Yes, go. Go forth. Just make it unusable for the rest of the stream. Thank you. Prager Poop with the $2. What busters don't get is that the alt-right is doing this with Trump. They might not agree with him on Israel, but they still vote for him because they have shared goals. Yeah, because alt-righters are unironically more politically efficacious than leftists are. Leftists are too purity obsessed. Alt-righters will vote for people who call themselves the chosen people of the Jew, if it helps them enact racist policies. Ellie Yerman with the $5. Vosh, you said you wouldn't talk about this. Now you're talking about it. Lamau, deep breaths. We can get through this stupid. Yeah, that was my fault. DeGero with the $10. Thank you. Also, do you think Kyle Kulinski was right to say we should have someone who sucks up to the media at least a little bit? Yeah, of course. Absolutely, we need people to just suck up to the media. Are you kidding me? Guys, we can't we can't change people's minds if we don't even make an effort to work within the systems that exist. Yeah, we should absolutely be doing that. We need people. Sam Cedar is a correspondent at MSNBC. I think he does a phenomenal job. Sam Cedar isn't a socialist. He's a pretty hard soak dem, like pro Bernie kind of guy. But he is he comes off very presentable, very respectable. You know, he looks like a radio host, and he gets invited sometimes as a correspondent to MSNBC, and it's really, really cool because he can lend that legitimacy to some of these ideas. You know. Why am I here with the tier 1 sub? Hey Vosh, I agree with you intellectually. I just want to get the spite vote out of my system for later elections. I live in a real safe state, so it seems okay. All right, dude. Whatever. Is Sam Cedar really a correspondent at MSNBC? Never seen it? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Vontux with the $2. I respect voting for Biden, but the DNC seemingly is willing to kill voters now. How can we work with them if they're willing to lose and kill to tank the left? We let them win, and then we convince more and more. We let them win because them winning is better than Trump winning. And then we work to change the minds of as many hardworking, honest, God-loving proletarians as possible, and we use that as the bedrock to make substantial change. It is every time we lose. God, okay, wait. Are you ready? Are you ready for the truest take that you've ever heard in your life? Have you ever heard the saying, if you fuck up, blame yourself, don't blame other people? Because blaming other people doesn't allow you the opportunity to address any of the problems that you engage in. It doesn't let you solve shit. If we lose elections, don't bitch about the establishment. Complain that you yourself and your group was not able to affect enough class consciousness. That's what you need to do, all right? That's the shit you need to be doing. None of this, the media never let us win. No. We just needed more people on our side. That's it. That's the basis of political power. It's not fucking capital. It's not fucking fancy chairs in DNC corporate boardrooms. It's people. That's the bedrock, all right? We need to convince more people. That's it. That's our job. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to focus on. That's what we need to focus on. Thanks, Scavenger DLC. Horrors me with the $2. These spoiled Americans we here have to choose between conservatives and libertarians, and the only difference is what rich dude gets to own the banks. Where are you from? Like Hungary or something? There's a lot of shitty places out there in the world. Turkmenistan? Yeah. Pathos, the $2. Privilege is being okay with the status quo pre-DT. Pre-DT? DT? Donald Trump. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that took me a second. Oh, yeah, totally. 100%. Sodio with the 569, just looking at their histories, Biden's worst for the Middle East. As an Arab, I couldn't vote for him and sleep well at night. The only reason Biden is worst for the Middle East is because Trump wasn't doing any policy concerning the Middle East back then. Do you really think Trump would have voted against the Iraq War if he was somehow in the Senate back then? Absolutely not. Biden has probably done more material harm to the planet, but that's only because he's had more power for longer. You know, Trump only got into politics in 2016. Didn't he make a failed run at the presidency before? He only succeeded getting into politics then. What's this? Agreed, Vermin. Zach A with the $2. Thank you. And Sodio with the 569. Wait, I just did that one. Shostako Lich with the tier 2 sub. Thank you. Trump's incompetence has done more damage than his actual politics in many cases. At least Biden will know people who know how to run an administration. Yeah, that's another thing. I think a lot of people don't actually understand the extent to which Trump's raw stupidity has hurt the country. Like, look at coronavirus, for example. Would Biden implement Medicare for all? No. Would Biden have lied for months leading up to it, said he takes no responsibility for the incidents, worked to try and get, the vaccine for it for pay but from Germany, but only if no one else could have it? Would he have denied the health organization's math? No, he wouldn't have. He absolutely would not have. Biden absolutely would have been far more competent with regards to dealing with that. Nobody benefits from the country being ravaged by a pandemic. Trump's just stupid. Well, Dirtle, then his fucking cabinet would. Axel Gonzalez, the $2. How's voting for Biden going to bring about change? It's not. Voting for Biden just hurts less people while we work on our goal of bringing about change. And there are some issues like the Supreme Court and climate change that we really, really, really don't need a Republican in office for right now. Sociable G with $5. We riding with Biden now. Been with Bernie since 2015. Suck it up. Bernie or bust is throwing away our political power. Agreed. I've already ordered my Biden hat and Biden shirt. Alias of Gray with the $5. How can your average person spread class consciousness so we can get a socialist to become president? Also, who should we prime to become president in 2024? Did I already do this one? I think I already did. Well, I don't know, comrade. I love you. Zach A with the $20. Thank you. Here's the $20 I was going to give to Bernie this month. I'm devastated, but here you go. Thank you. I really appreciate it, comrade. I am basically like Bernie Sanders in every way, shape, and form. According to the alt-right, I'm Jewish, too. So it really is a strong, like, syllogism there. Not syllogism, sorry, parallel. So you've basically given it to the same person, you know. The Schumann with the incredibly generous $50 donation. Thank you so fucking much, comrade. That is incredibly kind of you. This feels like a darkest hour kind of thing. Like, what do we do at this point? It feels like a lot of progressive media is actively turning their noses up at Bernie and the like. How do we fight now? I don't know what you mean by progressive media. I don't know what progressive media there is out there, except for like online shows and stuff. I mean, yeah, we're in a rough spot right now, but that's okay. Leftists have been losing elections forever, comrade. That's just how life is for an election. For a leftist. We just need to work on disseminating these ideas, doing grassroots organizing, you know, that kind of stuff. It's the best we can do. It's all we can do, in fact. And it's all I've been doing this entire channel. And I believe in it. And I think we can do it. No, Vermin, that's okay. Actually, wait, yes, I do. I do want Salambi. Aaron T with the $2. At the end of the day, Vosh is equals sheepdog for the DNC. Damn. Got me. Thanks for the $2. Emery81 with the tier 1 sub. Money's getting tight, so I gotta downsize my sub. Trans rights, riding with Biden. Don't vote with your ego. Love you, Vosh. You don't need to donate to me, comrade, if you're having financial troubles, but I still really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously. Be well. Caltata26, the $5. In the UK, Corbyn was slammed in the media, but the media had to ditch its unelectable claims and a leftist can't win sentiment. We can control that. Yeah, we can. The media can't. The media. It's never as simple as the media gets their orders downstream from capital and they will always shit talk Bernie no matter what. There were times when the media was actually pretty positive towards Bernie Sanders and pretty charitable at that, during 2016 and during 2020. Things are really complicated, guys, and there are individual actors within media that can be swayed on their own accounts. There are people in media who have gone from being more establishment Democrats to being more supportive of Bernie Sanders. This stuff does happen. So we have to recognize that our best chance long term is to get as many people on board with believing the things that we believe. The camo backpack of the $5. What do we do if Democrats will never go left and third parties will never work? Abandon electoralism 2020? Well, yeah, I'm not an electoralist person. We just need to convince enough people our ideas are successful, and you know. After that, well, then things get a little bit dicey if we can't move through electoral means. But either way, our goal is always to work through the will of the people. Lil Maddie is the $2. Saw some Facebook person saying they're voting for Gloria La Riva now. Can you read about her so I don't have to? Yeah, sure, I'll get around to it, comrade. John Avalon with the tier 2 sub. How effective is the strategy of just waiting for boomers to die so we can vote in Zoomer socialists without Grandpa getting the way Peppo thing? I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm afraid there are plenty of anti-socialist millennials and Zoomers as well. I have sadly become very familiar with those people over the course of my streaming, you know? Sergio Salas, the $2. Vosh is too naive, chat. I think the naive people are the ones who sincerely believe they'll be able to successfully hold the DNC hostage with their vote. That's naive to me. Forge with the $10. Thank you. How the hell can people not see that regardless of your personal ethics, I'm not a utilitarian either, politics in a democratic system is utilitarian by nature? I don't know, because they're fucking stupid. People who say the term tactical voting as though it's a bad thing are idiots, and I don't respect you. How else are you voting? It's like, what the fuck else do you mean? Neverlast Zero with the $5. Doesn't Biden want a greenlight a watered down version of the Green New Deal? If so, that would make this at least somewhat worthwhile. Yes, Biden actually believes in climate change. He's not surrounded by a cabinet of people who literally don't believe it exists. That is a huge step up from the Trumpster. Zephyr with the $5. Calm down from my imminent rage. I'll just general protesting and advocacy and still vote for Biden. It's better than having to have a centrist than a fascist. True, 100% true. Well done, comrade. I love you. Kirkland with the $5. Bust the fuck out of Bernie or bust and bust a nut for Biden. Also true, if you get the opportunity to. And Sergio Salas the $5. Okay, wait. This is what I mean by naivete. Vosh is naive. The media will never like us because it's against their class interest. Wrong. This is like a 5th grader's understanding of the material dialectic, okay? I'm not trying to be mean or anything. While it is true that people are beholden to their class interests, however, the media is a massive, complicated conglomerate of different actors with different political agendas who are beholden to different people. This isn't an authoritarian society where they're all controlled by a central power that has absolute authority over what they post. There are plenty of fractures and schisms within media and within other institutions that we need to take advantage of. The fact that AOC, somebody who is clearly a socialist, or at the very least socialist-leaning, gets tons of positive reception in certain media outlets is evidence to this fact, okay? The idea, like, I don't know how to say this, okay? Listen, this is just a fact. If leftists try to hold the DNC hostage over Bernie and then don't end up voting, it will make us look like shit. And if they don't do that, and if they just vote for Biden, it will make us look less like shit. Numbers matter. The narrative matters. They can't just make shit up to the same level of severity as they would if nothing had happened at all. Ugh. Yeah, okay, you guys can spam this stream, but next stream you're all getting banned. Ian Lee with the $2. Vote for Biden? Nope. Wow, great argument. Big Dick Energy with the $5. Harm reduction is the only argument that matters now. While I believe my vote was stolen by the establishment, it's absolutely imperative Biden wins. Yes, I completely agree. 100%. Thank you. Jop the $5. Feel free to just say Julp. Okay, I will. You're pulling me away from my Buster urges. It's hard when I'll potentially be hurt either way without M for A. Enjoy the $5 I can spare. Thank you, comrade. I appreciate that. Listen, okay, I wanna once we're done with the donos, okay, I've got some positivity to disseminate, all right? But we've got a few more to go through, okay? HTTP Lovecraft with a very kind $10. Dude, just let me be angry today, okay? Come on, Jack. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to take away your righteous anger. Capitalism SX, the tier 1 sub. This election turned me to syndicalism. I think if we organize unions for renters, workers, etc. to challenge the systems they deal with, elections will follow. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I think consolidating worker power and political power into the same space is a very, very, very effective way of running society, in my humble opinion. Eddie Spaghetti with the $5. Vosh is right. True! And David, 767 with the $2. The Bernie or bust position is basically letting Mussolini win because you don't like Reagan. We want to be hyperbolic about it, then, yeah. The Saw's plea with the $5. Vote Democrat and national, vote third party and local. Sometimes. Third parties don't win, like, locally either. I guess Bernie was an independent, but still. And Big Dick Energy with the tier 1 sub. It's time for me to sub. All these dumb fuck emotional class reductionists can suck my fat meaty cock. Now that's Big Dick Energy right there. Jaden with the $5. Can't believe how stupid people are. It's obvious we gotta just keep going and sadly vote Biden. Thanks, comrades. Bernie didn't win, but progress has setbacks. Of course it does. But we're closer than we ever have been before, so we should be happy about at least some things. Spankaroni with the $10. You converted me from a busted to a conscientious voter. Please forgive me for my insolence. I love you, comrade, okay? It's okay. I could have framed my arguments a little bit better during this stream, too. I just get a little bit worked up because sometimes it really frustrates me when people abandon reason and they just make emotional arguments. It bothers me when conservatives do it, too. Remember the last video I posted, literally yesterday, the one where that guy, where I was like, well, hormone blockers seem to be an effective way of helping people given certain situations with medical intervention, and they're like, well, it's just wrong. That stuff really frustrates me. Like that really frustrates me. And Bernie or Busters do it too, to a large extent. There are some people who have legitimate utilitarian arguments about Bernie or bust, but most of them are just like emotional. Why do you deny there are any consistent arguments for busters? Horrible framing. Oh, they're consistent. They're just fucking dumb. A lot of them are really dumb. He's a rapist. That's dumb. You're making an appeal to emotion. You're actually going to suggest, like, you realize by not voting for Biden, you're letting Trump win, and Trump has probably raped far more people, right? Who would you rather? You not voting means an outcome happens. You are not voting is a choice that you're making. Motions are good, though. Not when you're trying to make strategic decisions about voting. Noosh with the $5. I wish there was a more widespread advocacy for the general strike while still pursuing harm reduction. I've wanted general strike since even Bernie was frontrunner. Yeah, we might get it as an outcome of the coronavirus stuff. We can only hope. Cami Purin with the unbelievably generous $60. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Fuck. And Soaks for Biden March win. As soon as my merch gets here, as soon as my merch gets here, comrade. Thank you so goddamn much. I really appreciate it. We're gonna get there. We're gonna take to the streets. The my guy is raped less than your guy argument really strikes me as stupid as fuck. I'm not arguing. I'm not the one making the rape argument. Other people are. You can't say I'm not voting for a rapist and then not vote, thus allowing a more rapist to get into office. That doesn't make sense. That's deontological thinking. It's wrong to vote for a rapist. Oh, well, it's not wrong then to let an even worse rapist get into fucking office? I'm not making the argument like Biden is raped less than Trump. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't give a fuck who these people have raped. They're both horrible fucking human beings. Biden and Trump have both dedicated their lives to ruining others. Is this like I guess maybe this is just because like I'm not very emotionally involved in the subject. But if you voted for the Iraq War, I feel like everything else you've done is just like pushed into the dirt in terms of its relative harm. You know what I mean? I feel like it's so much worse. It's like the Iraq War led to 2.5 million people dying. Iraq is still a shit heap. ISIS, it's out of control. So like I don't know. I just like everything else to me to that like falls completely to the wayside. I don't know. When am I going to take the Assad pill? I'll get around to it. I thought stream froze. No, I just... Kevin with the $2. Biden is trash, but anyone who votes for Trump after that corporate bailout is a moron of their own accord. Thankfully, I live in Illinois. Anyway, keep up the good work, Vosh. I'm not going anywhere, comrade. Thank you. Sociable G with the $5. Guys, wake the fuck up. Fascists are literally embedded in the Trump administration. Can we wake up and stop with this childish Bernie or Bush shit? Well, people will be more amicable to these arguments in a little while after they're less upset. Yeah, no, Lone Cat, I have strong disagreements with some of the Chapo boys' political strategies. Like, strong disagreements. They're smart and funny, but I strongly disagree with some shit they believe in. Fascists are in the DNC. No, not as bad as the RNs. God, the both sides shit. Do you really think that if Biden, like, picked his cabinet, that he would have, like, Steve Bannon type person? Do you really think that would happen? No. The Republican Party is worse. All right. Brent Mouse with the $10. Thank you. A message to all the people in chat. This is not about what the political systems can do for us. This is about how we can influence things for the better. True. And Kai Mayer with the 2 CHFs. Thanks for converting me from transmed to lefty trans. Oh, fuck yeah, comrade. Off topic, but hey, anytime. Yeah, this Doomer shit had better get better tomorrow. Or I'm going to start wearing my Biden merch. You're not ready for my fucking Biden merch. I got it today. Here. Do I have the screenshot that I took to make Twitter mad? Here we go. I think what I'm going to do from now on is, why? Because it's funny, you fucking snowflakes. I think what I'm going to do from now on is anytime I have to defend Biden, because yeah, if I'm gonna vote for Biden, I'm gonna defend Biden against Trump, obviously. Anytime I'm doing it, I'm going to semi-ironically. This is going to be like this is going to be like my irony hat, you know? It's gonna be good, okay? Anyone who's unironically triggered right now is a snowflake, and you should reflect on your values. It's bad optics? No, it's not. It's fucking funny. Are you kidding me? Well, Case, I hope your donut didn't get skipped, but there's a possibility that it did. My apologies if that's the case. Let me finish these donos. Sephanthia with the tier 1 sub. It's 10 seconds long. Please, Peepo hug. Oh, no. I'm gonna get copyrighted for this. Why the fuck do you care about optics towards the DNC? They're not comrades. I don't care about DNC optics. I care about optics towards the voters. Jesus Christ. No, the bird's gonna die.
Trou de cul, va.
No! No. No. That bird had no sense of self-preservation. Yeah, that was a really dumb bird. The bird lived, apparently. Okay. Tim Masters with the $10. Spite vote for Biden. Also organize a general strike. Yeah, if people are only going to vote out of spite, maybe find like the stupidest tanky you can find who isn't going to be voting, and then vote for Biden to spite them. Just you have to be spiting someone. The character limit makes it hard to type out all my thoughts. Yeah, Posadas John, that is the point of the character limit. Generalismo choke with the $5. I'm riding with Biden, it'll hurt, but we gotta do it, and then slip our way into the DNC to slip on the old socialist cock. Goddamn right, comrade. Consensually. Chikara Guy with the $5. Bourgeois electoralism is a failure. The exploited class cannot win in this system. It's time for revolutionary politics. It's time for action. I mean, yeah, been agreeing with that for a while, but I think that our inability to win electorally is in large part a product of people not liking or supporting us enough. We got to fix that if we want to do anything revolutionary. Xander Hall with the $5. Hey, my man. Been dealing with these busters for a week. They are literal subhuman wokelets, and they have no appreciation for harm reduction or consequentialism. They're very mad right now. They're very, 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 very mad right now. We got to be careful around them. We got to tiptoe around them. Shu was posting major ableist cringe. This was meant to be a short stream. I just wanted to... Today's my day off. What is she saying that's ableist? She's just calling, like, ladies bitches. Like the Karen thing? That bad? I say bitch. HTTP Lovecraft with the $5. If I live in a deep, deep red state that'll never go blue, am I allowed to take my ball and go home? Nope. Maybe you can go to the voter booth and find someone cute to mac up on, okay? There, that's your incentive. Tenebrious Arcanum with the very generous $20. Thanks for being rational about the situation, Vosh. It really does help with a failing U.S. political system. I just want us to make good decisions. That's it. I just want us to make good decisions. That's it. I love you, comrade. Thank you. We're doing our best out here. Tim Masters with the $5. The battle wouldn't have ended with Bernie, and it won't end with Biden. Never stop organizing to help and protect your comrades and neighbors. Fucking true. Very true. And Tranpan Trash Can with £5. I'm currently trying to calm down the Bernie or Bust lot on Twitter, but it's hard to get through to them considering all the ree. Yeah, don't worry. There's plenty of time until November to change people's minds. And I'll be bringing this up again in the future. Yeah, that's LARPy language, Taryn Rich. Burners who support Biden are traitors. Wouldn't actually they be traitors because Bernie is going to end up endorsing Biden? Wouldn't that make them the traitors, like in a more literal sense? Void Wraith, the $5. Do you think a lot of this Stop donating! Do you think a lot of this backlash against voting for establishment Dems is just a lack of delayed gratification? Cultivating a socialist ballot takes time. Yeah, but we live in heightened times. I can understand people's impatience. The far right certainly came out quickly. It feels like we should be able to do the same, but we're having trouble. Rat Resistance with the $5. I couldn't hear you. Can I try again? No, sorry, comrade. We're past that. But I love you and I appreciate it. The case, the $5. If Trump wins, you might as well say goodbye to Roe v. Wade. True. And Mossad, the £2. CAG 2020. Maybe true. I wouldn't know. Disaster Nick with the $20. Thank you, comrade. Sending some support since my vote is inevitably reluctantly going to Biden. Riding with Biden in the back seat, screaming, "Are we there yet?" Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. Guys, when I put on the Biden hat and the Biden shirt, like, I'll be crying on the inside. Like, I'll be dying. My heart will be, like, rotting. But I'm doing it to maintain the disaffected, ironic advocacy for what I believe to be legitimately, like, the best outcome, okay? I'm suffering. You guys think it's easy to be, like, say I'm voting for Biden when all the other cool lefties are saying the opposite? It makes me look like a fucking liberal. But I'm not. And the only people who would think that are dipshits. But I get called it anyway. It would be so easy for me to be Bernie or bust, guys, with my rhetoric, with how my advocacy tends to be. Oh God, you guys are never going to stop donating. Oh God. Yeah, they're totally being LARPy. Is Chapo Bernie or bust? Yes. Koenig's the $5. I convinced my parents of free college and healthcare, even though nor I nor they are leftists. Managed to get them sympathetic to Bernie. Yikes, 2020. Nice, comrade. And Sake at the $5. It feels like we don't benefit at all from committing now. I'm willing to talk arguments from convention November. Yeah, that's true. We should be talking about this more in the future. Duke Silver with the $5. Right or wrong, Bernie acts as a lightning rod for the DNC, absorbing otherwise hurtful radical energy, diffusing it to support the status quo. I don't think so. Wait, are you arguing that? Are you arguing that, like, Bernie Sanders is like the shill for the DNC, and not like a shill, but like he's like what the Democratic Party is to the Republican Party, just like a useless outlet? I don't think that's true at all. That's ridiculous. The DNC very clearly advocated against him, and he's changed a huge number of minds. I don't think that's true. Nglod33 with the $5. Vosh, I'm Bernie or bust because I'm physically incapable of busting a nut unless Bernie Sanders is the president. Please help. I really need this. Try prostate stimulation. Horizon with the $5. Liberate tu teme ex infernis? Sure. And Rick Astley 666 with the $5. Will this be recorded / be able to be rewatched? I'd love to be able to further educate myself in the takes that you've made. Thanks, Vosh. I've barely made any arguments over the course of this stream. I've mostly just been yelling and responding to people. What I think I'm going to do is probably leave the stream like not unlisted, so it's just put here like on my channel so other people can look at it. Holy fuck, stop donating! Ugh. Ollie Plant Soups the $2. Let's show the... Okay, we're doing it. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're entering hyper mode, okay? Minimal response, super fast reading. Cynical Butter with $5. This stream is being extremely cathartic. Thank you for being one of the 5 blue. No matter who left this, uses money for the R-word jar, please. Thank you. Scavenger DLC with 217. What is your opinion of MPVIC as a means of effectively making electoral college useless? Also, I rise above the non-subs to join the rank of subs. I think it's a good idea. I watched the CGP Grey video as well. 22 Radioactive 22 with $5. I thought I was riding with Biden, but he took his pants off and now I'm hiding from Biden. It's true. He does want to get your meat. Sargon of ACAB with the $5. Yeah, vote third party. Let's have a majority fascist Supreme Court for the next 30 years. True. Third party doesn't work in a first past the post voting system. General Lismo Choke with $5. Honestly, I just want us to get the Biden victory speech and then have him introduce his VPQ Hillary Clinton plug walking onto stage. That makes my year. True, that would be extremely funny, and then I would kill myself, and I apologize. Quick Loan with $3. I'm sorry I had to deal with this BS. Love you, buddy. I love you too, comrade. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Defenestrator with the $5. I'm not Bernie or bust, but I do have one request to make. Please don't engage in rape apologia while convincing people who are Bernie or bust. Okay, I'll take a pause for just a second so I can... I'm not engaging in fucking rape apologia. What are you talking about? When the fuck have I ever said Biden didn't rape or that it was okay to rape? When have I ever made that argument? I don't even know how to respond to that. Like, I've never made that argument. That's a really weird thing to accuse me of. Not accusing you of that? Oh, okay. Well, if you're not accusing me of that, then it's not an issue, I suppose. I don't need to engage in rape apologia to defend Biden. All I have to say is that Trump is worse. I'm not Your mods said? I don't care what my mods said or have done. People say lots of dumb shit about what my mods said or have done, and then I look into it and all of you are idiots, okay? Every single fucking time I look into it. Every fucking mod complaint is like somebody persistently acting like a fucking dipshit, and then like the mod says one thing that with the most uncharitable possible I know you guys are lefties, so you naturally question authority, but Jesus Christ, my mods get so much undeserved shit. Okay, hold on. We're re-entering the... Ollie playing Super with $2. Let's show the DNC our love by voting for them. Yeah, sure, why not? Connie Bravo with the $5. Howdy, Comrade. Want to talk about the Apartment Coalition for content? The Apartment Coalition? No, not immediately. Not right now, no. That's not a this stream thing. I'm just so backed up on appointments. We're going to have to talk about that in a little while. Cashel A. Nelson with $5. Thank you for getting me off the Bernie or bus train. You made me realize these people are literally insane. No problem, Comrade. I'm here for you, and I love you. Christmas Ham with $5. Honest question to someone who's voted for Hillary with regret. What does the left do if Biden loses and we absorb the blame for the failures of indies and non-voters? We fight against that narrative. We do everything that we can to push against it. We try to convince people of the rightness of our cause, just as we've always been doing. Kai's the $3. Bernie or bus machine go ree. True. Ziltoid with the 2 Canadian. Biden our time PogChamp. True. Musicome with the $5. Vosh, you're usually better with healing left-wing divides. You're throwing such animosity towards people who are legitimately hurting emotionally. I don't think that hurting emotionally is a legitimate excuse to then defend the idea of hurting other people because of your emotional entitlement. I think that's really fucked up to try and frame Bernie or bust's legitimacy, even if it hurts people, around like I'm hurt, so it's okay for me to say that. I'm very okay with healing divides. I'm not okay with like legitimizing that type of argument. That's fucked up to me. Because fucking conservatives make the exact same argument all the time, you know? Like a conservative, like, oh yeah, I guess the detention camps at the border are bad, but I had a cousin whose friend was killed by an illegal, and I can't stand them being in our country anymore. I'm really mad about this. You really expect me to vote to get rid of those camps? Right after that, we need to do something about this. Like, no, fuck off. No, I'm not going to. This like the emotional arguments lead to really fucking dark roads. Really unfortunate with $5. I'd like to dip my balls in seltzer water. Sounds fun. Ian Lee with the $2. Kuma Brothers 2020. True. Music. Wait. Unknown German guy with the $5. I've been around since the Twitch days. This is the first year purges with where I agree with you, Lamau. I used to do way more purges. People these days are just sensitive. Phoenix Fire 3 with the $5. Is it harmful to allow Bernie or Busters a day or two to mourn before antagonizing them and attempting a coalition building approach? Seems like better optics. Yeah, well, originally I didn't plan on talking about it, but people made me mad, so what are you going to do? Yeah, I probably could have done that more effectively, but whatever, fuck them. Stan G with the $5. Fellow Busters, please come out and vote down ballot in local elections, please. True, please do that. No excuse not to do that. Rocketman 4084 with 5 Canadian. If 10 people die under Trump and 9 people die under Biden, that's a life saved. Please vote for Biden. Very true. That's how consequentialism works. Dorbus with a very generous $10. Tell everyone to vote for Bernie. Tell everyone to still vote for Bernie in the primary. He's still trying to gather delegates to have influence at the convention. Yeah, sure, in the primary, you can vote for whoever the fuck you want, I guess. Like, that's fine. Lawrence Billington with the $5. Fuck everyone who thinks a violent revolt is unrealistic. Love you, Vosh. Keep killing it. True. Medi Pizzini with a very generous $10. Oh god, I'm dooming. True. We all are. Except for me. I'm not really much of a doomer. Naharian Scum with the $5. Animal Crossing stream when? My girlfriend does them. I don't. Imperishable Neat with the $2. How about protest voting Bernie in solid states? I don't like that either. You never know how it's going to turn out. Vontex with the $2. The GOP will pump out fascists from now on. The snapback is legit. We won't have to worry about Biden 2020-24. GOP worse than Trump. Well, it's not a hard and fast rule or law, and even if that was the case, Bernie Sanders would contribute to it. Bernie Sanders wouldn't make it to 2028 either. After his presidency was done, there probably would be a Republican president. I don't think we should, like, I don't think the snapback law is, like, an appropriate basis on which we should determine who we vote for. Tim Masters with the $10. Thank you. Money for the sleepy boy. That'd be Artemy. Courtney with the $5. Hey, buddy, I'm playing Dragon Quest 2. It's really fun. I'm happy right now. I'm glad somebody on this stream is happy. Thank you. Dumb Non Blonde with the $5. I did solve the P problems, but not solve the Vosh/Hyena P zombie problem. Frowny face, just a meme to you, huh? Cries and Corona. All of my chatters are a meme to me, comrade. Jason Fields with the $5. If you're in a solid blue state, consider voting green to get them to 5%, eligible for public funds. Love and solidarity, the future is still on. Ours. I don't agree with that, but okay. Jenna Lee with the incredibly generous $20. Do you think Biden would have a chance to win certain swing states? No. I live in Ohio and it's been red for the past couple of elections. I'll vote for Biden. I just want to know if there's actually a chance of him winning it. I don't think there's a very high chance, but I could be wrong, and things are going to develop tremendously as we move towards the election. Topias Natsky with the $5. Play Total War Warhammer 2 someday when you do a gaming stream. Really interesting game. Maybe. I don't like the Total War series that much. Mason XR72 with a very generous $20. I hate Biden, but Trump's policies are making renewing a green card very hard. My girlfriend and family are immigrants. immigrants. Bite the bullet. It's bigger than just you. Wow, very fucking true. There are marginalized people in this country who would immediately benefit from a change even as incremental as Biden over Trump. Damn. Incredible. Thank you for reminding us. And Seth with a $5. Voosh, do you think this is a good strategy? I support re-electing Trump with a Senate controlled by Democrats. No. No, this is stupid. This is some, like, zero IQ enlightened centrism bullshit. No. Political theorist from the University of Cambridge? I hope he can get a fucking refund on that degree. Apostate X with a very generous 1069, thank you. I was Bernie or Bust 4 years ago, and after seeing the tremendous success of that and how the DNC cleaned up their act, I am still Bernie or Bust, no sarcastorino. True, yeah. Oh yeah, the DNC sure learned from the last time angry Bernie voters abstained. Very true, comrade. Topia Sinitsky with the $5. Try Warhammer 2 Total War and some gaming stream. So I've been told. I don't think I'm going to, but I appreciate the offer and donation, comrade. Dumb Non Blonde with the $5. This is for the boneless baby food and bonus meme. Thank you, comrade. He is very cute. And Ghost of FDR with the $5. You say riding with Biden, but the real question is, where has Biden taken me, Munkus? Listen, Biden's taken all of us to the swimming pool, and there's nothing we can do about it, okay? But it's the swimming pool or Trump's, like, Thunderdome rape pit. So, you know, it's... As always, the lesser of two evils. God, fuck, there are so many donos. Stop! Just... One of these days, folks. One of these days. One of these fucking days. God, my throat. Yeah, imagine being complained about being given money. Yeah, exactly. See, look at how magnanimous I am, you know? Evil laughs with the 5 Canadian. I keep meaning to give you money because you're the best thing to listen to while I work from home. I love providing you content. And John Swanson with the 2 pounds. I'll vote Biden, but Vosh, please read Lenin. I promise to read Lenin one day. But first, I want to read, like, Kropotkin or Bakunin or something. Hydrona with the 213. Hey, Vosh, or Bernie or bust. If Bernie had won, I'd have stopped busting. Now I'm going to bust my nut everywhere. You bust because Bernie lost? That's fucked up. Sleeping Angel Darts with the $5. I mean, yeah, I'll vote for Biden, but when do we get to stick it to the man? We're sticking it to the man right now by existing and by challenging the system. By spreading class consciousness, okay? Maybe we'll get to do something more cool before we die. Natty Ice Life with the $5. When eating ass, should one just eat the asshole or the cheeks as well? I feel like you should probably, like, kiss the ass cheeks as you go in for eating the actual ass, but, like, you probably shouldn't eat the cheeks. Like, once you're at the asshole, you should probably just stay on the asshole, you know? Like, it's... I feel like it's weird to, like, I feel like it's weird to, like, rotate out again, like, back to the cheeks once you're on the hole, you know? Narian Scum with the $5. Forgot to show AC pattern I made just from MS Paint. Cute. I mean, that Animal Crossing rep, boy. 4 chairs and a table with the $10. Thank you. I disagree with you in the DNC. I think most of them do care about winning. I just think they're stupid. They truly believe Bernie can't beat Trump. Okay, I disagree with you. But I think it's an interesting conversation. I won't shit talk you or anything. Something I'd be interested in elaborating on more in the future. Maybe we can elucidate our differences. Thank you. Scuff Dario with the $5. Holy fuck, thank you so much for representing a reasonable voice for the left online. These days I struggle to find it. You help me keep in the fight. Yeah, not gonna lie, the only thing that really makes me go doomer is when I'm, like, looking at Twitter and, like, listening to Chapo Trap House and I worry that every leftist is a fuck. Atomic Fox with the incredibly kind $10. Doomerism just sounds like an excuse to not get involved. Back in the 20s, leftists were literally shot by state agents. True, we have it fucking easy compared to them. True, very true. And Foxophonis with the $10. Not voting is a privileged take. I'll be voting for Biden because I don't want to live with a conservative Supreme Court. Thank you very much. Very true. Also very true. True. Very true. Oh my god.
To your streamer, oh, viewers aplenty.
Generalismo choke the 2-2 sub. I grow stronger. Also Vosh platforming known Crypto-fascist Artemy Re. Yeah, sorry about that. Enjoy the tier 2 sub, comrade. Marcus Seren with the 25 kroner. Why do you still say the R slur? Mostly just because it's just a part of my vocabulary, and I just say it because it's punchy to me, and because I grew up in a time and culture where it was a punchy word, so it's something I still associate with punchiness. It's probably something I should avoid doing. Though I do think, like all slurs, there are times when it can be rhetorically efficacious to apply them. I do think there are times when it is actually beneficial to use them, but that's typically not the case when I use them. A lot of nothing to say with a very generous tier 2 sub. If you care about illegals or dreamers, don't even think about burning or busting, dummy. Very true. And Marcus Seren with a 25 kronar. What do you mean when you say blank Andy? It's a Twitch meme that started with, God, who was it? Mitch Jones? It basically, it's you just boil somebody down to one attribute and then you call them Andy. So like dipshit Andy, headband Andy, one arm Andy, man bun Andy, like that stuff. Like it's that's it. It's just like a Twitch thing. Talcat with the tier 1 sub. Why is chat sub only mode? I don't think it is. Was it for a time period? Is that even an option we have to turn on sub mode? I didn't even know that. Nora Noodle Kitty with the $5. You've described Stalin as reactionary. What do you mean by that? Also, is Mao better? I would say that Mao was probably more progressive than Stalin, but probably a worse leader. Stalin was a massive homophobe, and didn't he also like lead some shit against Jews too? Like he was a pretty big bigot. He was a conservative. He was known as a conservative back in his heyday. But he was also pretty good at industrializing the Soviet Union. Mao was probably more progressive, but his like industrialization plan was cringe. Mega cringe. You know how it is. Mega Demon with the $5. I'm not an American, but I'd like to know whether or not you think AOC would make a decent president. TY, don't agree with all your takes, but appreciate you still. Oh, thank you. I don't think that AOC would make a very good president at the moment because I don't think she's garnered enough authenticity to be known as anything other than the TikToking, Vine, Snapchat floss like dance lady. You know what I mean? Like she's still really, really young. I think that ideologically though she could grow into a great leader. One hopes, right? Vontex the $2. You might have to be back on blue no matter who, but not in swing state. Still storing. Just talking about my time to time. Definitely voting logo. Okay, as long as you vote logo. Okay. Taver02 with the $5. Boyfriend got me into your stream. Keep up the good work, comrade. Hey, that's not the only thing your boyfriend got you into. Nothing. Never mind. Don't worry about it. David767 with the $2. I think the guy was wrong on Trump being better for the Middle East than Biden. Trump is a full-on Zionist who's deployed heavy armor in Syria, also Iran. Yeah, Syria, Iran, yeah, the whole Rojava conflict. Trump would have voted for the Iraq War if he had been around back then, too. Sarah Insomniac with the $10. While Bernie may have dropped out, I'm still optimistic people can join together to tackle real issues towards progressivism. Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. And I'm going to keep doing it to the best of my abilities. Bagata Marquis, the 213. How do you feel about the fact that within the next 2 years, people like you probably won't be allowed to express their opinion and get imprisoned massively? I don't think the next 2 years are going to... I don't think the First Amendment is going to be destroyed over the next 2 years. I'm not that doomer. I mean, so I disagree with the premise of your question, I guess. Marcus Seren with the 59 kronar. Thank you. How are you supposed to do anything with a conservative Supreme Court? Roe v. Wade is doomed, gay marriage is doomed, trans rights are doomed. Well, with a conservative Supreme Court, the only positive change you can really make are changes that have nothing to do with constitutionality. The Supreme Court can't really rule on stuff if it doesn't even tangentially overlap with the authority of like the Constitution, you know? Why is everybody weird champing me? Low on battery at the $2. You're definitely going to have to debate Zixizi now. He's going to when he sees you're actually being rational about voting. I don't want to talk to any leftists ever again, okay? I just want to bring conservatives on. And Truth with the 20 kroner. Ryan Dawson wants to debate you on Zog and 9/11. What? Who's Ryan Dawson? Why does that name sound familiar? They're on BitChute, so they're probably a Nazi. Zog means Jews. Let's see. Yeah, they've been on the Ralph Retort. We Love Israel. Yeah, what? Why? Who is this? What are they in chat right now? Yeah, they're just a Nazi. I feel like we should probably focus on the content of this stream. Wait, is this how small they are? Wait, hold on. Okay, guys. I'm about to explain something to you called responsible platforming. Are you ready for it? I don't like debating Nazis. There's a very real chance that sometime in the near future, I might get to debate the Nazi. I've been given the opportunity. Richard Spencer. So that might happen. I'll do it out for people like that. But no, yeah, Adolf Hitler. Yeah, we'll debate Adolf Hitler. Under normal circumstances, though, I'm really fucking bored of debating Nazis. You guys should know this. Every Nazi debate is exactly the same. They're all stupid. It's dumb. It's all dumb. It's all bad. But let's talk... So with the exception of people as large as Richard Spencer, who everyone already knows about, let's talk about Ryan Dawson for a second, okay? Ryan Dawson is on BitChute. Seems to post a few videos every day. Cool, cool. Let's see. They seem to come on the kill stream time to time, talking about coronavirus a lot. That's pretty good. Their Twitter was suspended recently. Interesting. You have to fuck up pretty bad for that. Medicare, Ralph, and Fuentes, and Spencer are all on Twitter. You have to be really dumb to get banned off Twitter. The term racist is made up. It doesn't exist. China is a nation, not a race. I mean, that is true. Chinese isn't a race. Interesting point. Yeah, Nick Fuentes. Yeah. So the point that I'm laboriously trying to get to right now is that this person has like 8K subs on BitChute, and all their videos seem to get a few hundred views. I get 2.6 million views every month on my channel. The amount of exposure that I get at this point is like degrees of significance above people like this. So if somebody like this wants to like bide time on my channel, they'd be like better give me a pretty good argument for why I need to do so. No longer in a state where I just have to scrap for any talk shows that I can get. Medicare's banned from Twitter multiple times now. Oh, well, I think he's on right now, isn't he? Are you flexing right now? Fuck yeah, I'm flexing on Nazis. Okay, can we please finish these donos? Alright, I hang now. Proper talent with $5. Next president may pick a Supreme Court justice. Keep that in mind, doomers. True. Cosmic ARP with the very generous $1 Canadian. Thank you. Mac Hall with the $2. I'm voting Biden for the courts. You should too. Very true. And Swing Blitz GH with the $2. Inaction is a vote for the winner. Anything. MAGA. Very, very true. Inaction is itself an action. Marcus Surrender with 59 kronar. Remember the pro-cop movie monologue I had you read yesterday? Could you please elaborate why it was fascist? Oh, God. For so many... Marcus Saran, for so many reasons. I mean, I would need to read it again, like, to go over it again, but, like, everything about it was deliberately... It was probably intended to be that way. I don't know what that movie was, but do you guys remember that cop from last night? Whatever. We'll have to go over it again during a video game stream. Randolph Carter with the $5. Okay, but can Biden actually win? Terrified right now, but the stream makes me feel like there's a next step. Thanks, comrade. Also, lol Warren Democrats. And lol indeed. I don't think Biden's going to win, but... You know, that doesn't mean we can't try. Horace me with the $5. The true value of 1 hour of U.S. labor is $40. Someone steals it, though. True. I don't know about the exact numbers, but something's definitely getting stolen. Forge with the $5. Heard you briefly mention him, but what are your thoughts on Nietzsche? Nietzsche was a legitimate and respectable philosopher who was ruined after his death because his sister rewrote his shit so that it would appeal to Nazi ideology. He was anti-Nazi, or he was anti, like, yeah, that shit, so... Tranny is a slur now? Yes! Tranny is a slur. A little bit late to the game on that one, Cage Boy, but I'm happy to help you out, clarify. Stuart Keating with the 5 Australian. Can I have your hairline? My hair is becoming like Bernie's, unfortunately. Well, maybe you'll become as cool as Bernie, too. Maybe there's a correlative element there. Miles Hill with the $5. This primary has proven the left cannot win electorally. The DNC will also not move towards our position. So what then are we to do? The DNC is moving towards our positions. Everyone is just aping Bernie. Hillary and now everyone in the 2020 debate stage was all trying to sound like Bernie. All of them were. Even the moderates. We can move things over to the left. We can show voters a better way. Fine, Nietzsche. There, Nietzsche. Jesus. Gimpy Weasel with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Vosh, thank you for taking me, talking me down off my knee-jerk Bernie or bust doomer mindset. Keep up the great work, Chatty Daddy. I try my best, comrade. Thank you very much. Hammer Time with the $2. Can you list the ways that Biden is genuinely a better shot? I'm a consequentialist truly. I just don't see how it leads to better outcomes in the long run. Yeah, sure. He won't leave hundreds of federal appointments untouched. He won't put a fucking Nazi in the Supreme Court like Trump probably will. He won't climate change. He actually believes in the existence of climate change. His panel, his cabinet is going to be full of people who believe in climate change and who are going to make effort to actually stop it. Those are the main ones. There are other issues there. He does have different policies on basically everything, but those are the main ones. Sada Jean with the $2. Counterpoint the argument that not voting for Biden is amoral. Why is it not amoral to do everything you can / donate all our money in order to elect him? Why only vote? Because if you want to donate all of your money to help Biden, I think that is probably a good thing to do because it works to bring about a positive change, but I wouldn't expect every citizen has a moral obligation to do so. I think that citizens have a moral obligation to vote if they're politically engaged, though. If you would have voted anyway, but then decide not to because it's Biden versus Trump, you are abstaining from doing something you would have done otherwise. The choice you're making hurts people. Chief Keef with the $10. Thank you. I will never stop donating. You can't stop me. So I see. Miles Hill with the $2. Shut up and let us shower you with money. No, I just want to go. I want to eat food. I'm so hungry. Mr. Tightwad with the $2. Can't believe some leftists are so fucking stupid as to let Trump win because they don't like Biden. Very true. And Demon Mama with the gift of 2 sub. Much love, comrades. Look outward towards mutual aid and union. Anson Gang 2020. Absolutely. And 2024. And so on and so forth. We ain't never, ever, never gonna stop. Burn the pigs, the $5. Well, I get you've been focused on stopping in the bleeding. Don't you think that now's the time to advocate for direct action support of radical orgs? Yeah, of course. That's just not what I'm talking about right now. They're not mutually exclusive. You can vote for Biden and also support radical organizations. I've talked about those as well. And I'm going to talk about them more in the future, and I think they're important to talk about. But at this very moment, I'm more concerned with like the immediate deluge of people having fucking stupid ass takes following the Bernie Trump thing. The Passion with the $5. Remember when you said you were going to make a video on Attack on Titan 2,000 years ago, and I'm sure everyone forgot what happened to that? Yeah, I just lost interest in it. Ha! Sorry! That's just how I am. I do this all the time. I'm really sorry. I'm just really bad at doing projects like that. Maybe I can do like an unedited thing. Shut up, Brennan with the $5. Vosh, I don't know if you talked about this, but what are your thoughts on the idea of abolishing copyright? YouTuber Patricia Taxon has videos about those. Fuck Patricia Taxon. No, not really, but I do have issues with her. Copyright is necessary. It's just that copyright is important. As someone who has like done art, copyright is a tool that individual like sole proprietors can use to protect their work. But there are many ways in which copyright law needs to be reformed. It's an extremely complicated issue, but I'm overall in favor. Yeah, exactly. Copyright law is fucked. But copyright as a concept is necessary in a market economy to protect the intellectual property. My God! Okay, we'll get to you. And Windsor with the $2. Whoever reads this donation needs to actually use their day off and get off stream. Yeah, I completely agree. Thank you. Jasper NSG with the 25 kronar. Thank you. We want poopies. Maybe I can poop after stream, but it won't be streamed. And Musky Badger with the incredibly generous $30. Thank you very, very much, comrade. I really appreciate it. Not even a dono message, just kindness. I really appreciate it. Okay, we can finally see the end of the donations. We're almost there. The Jesus Danger Christ with the $10. Why are you so frustrated? For a million reasons at all times. At all times. Why am I frustrated by the donations? I'm not really. Even if I want to go and eat, the generosity of my fan base is overwhelming and I appreciate it, but that doesn't mean I don't want to eat, you know? What's wrong with Patricia Taxon? Patricia Taxon and I used to be friends, and then this is my perspective on the issue. Patricia Taxon after the Thought Slime debacle got really fucking weird and really fucking like really fucking distant, and then they kind of like shit talked me and then like ghosted me in like a really weird way that I didn't like very much. That's basically it. Okay. Jacob here with the $5. Hey Vosh, somewhat new viewer, started with a Yang video. Oh, that's not too new. Hey, happy to have you here, comrade. Yang, 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 gang. MF Zoom with the $5. We will break you, yet you will not. I am strong. Flying Ice Wizard with a tier 1 sub. El Pueblo Unido Llamas será vencido. I feel like I pronounced that decently. Marcus Soren with the 59 kroner. Sticks, Hex, and Hammer 666 said Bernie embezzled money from his supporters to buy a 4th house. He has serious hate boner for that guy. Sticks, Hex, and Hammer 666 is a Bernie Sanders reply guy. He's also a lunatic. I wouldn't care too much about him. I actually took a look off stream at more of Sticks, Hex, and Hammer 666's content, and that guy is like legitimately deranged. Like I would consider him like Alex Jones tier, but without the charisma or the sense of humor. Ghost of FDR with the $5 donating to make this stream eternal Pepe. Well, you're running out of steam. Roach Void with the tier 1 sub. Bernie, your bus is literally not pulling the lever in the trolley problem. Yeah, it is. That is true. Sake Tanuki with the unbelievably generous $50 donation. Thank you so fucking much, my dude. I think that's the largest single donation I think I ever remember you making. In this coronavirus plagued nation, when we spreading class consciousness with wonderful herbs and alcohol, when we guillotining? Oh, whoa, 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 I'm very anti-political violence, my friend. No, no, no guillotining at all. But with class unconsciousness, I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm going to be serious, though. I'm going to be fucking serious for a second, though, okay? All right, are we ready for it? Coronavirus may be splitting us now, but after it's over, there's going to be an unprecedented unification of Americans along lines that we haven't seen before. Neighbor amidst neighbor, worker amidst worker. It's going to be incredible. And when we do, we need to be on the ball about making sure everyone knows how our ideas could have prevented this from happening. Or could have mitigated it. I don't think we could have prevented coronavirus from happening. Kernix, you can send me an email, but I am very overfull on talks at the moment, so don't get your hopes up. Thank you, Sake. Far Eastern with the $5. Face it, Vosh, we love trolling you by donating. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain because I make a fuck ton of money off your guys' generosity, but it's like, still, it's fucking weird. John Hammond with the $2. Vosh, I think you missed 2 of my donos. Sad reaction. Yeah, it looks like the API dropped a few. If anyone's donations were missed by the API, please email me with your full name, and I will refund the donation on PayPal. I can't do this if it's through Super Chat. Sometimes the API just misses it. I'm really sorry, Cameron. Julia Zaff with the $5. I'm from WV? WV. Wisconsin? Washington? Minnesota? West Virginia! I'm from WV, where all the teacher strikes happen. How do you think we can create real change in an education system for a state and country? Bottom up, comrade. We need to engage in grassroots organizing to try to put pressure on local school districts, along with getting locals elected in state senates and what have you that can push harder policies. CC with the $10. Thoughts on using Bernie's movement to organize safe houses for minorities, immigrants, and LGBT people? Yeah. Dude, safe houses are hella praxis. If you've got, like, fucking sick-ass money, if you've got bongo bucks, if you have multiple houses, or if you have, like, a person who's in one of your places you're renting, or any of that, consider, like, making a safe house, or, like a kind of, like, halfway house, you know? Those can really save people's lives. Levy Lannister with the incredibly generous $20. Thank you, comrade. I really appreciate it. And with $2 additionally, love you, Vosh. I love you too, man. Thank you. Ellie Jelly with the incredibly kind $50 donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love you in Minecraft, Vosh. Your individual efforts have a major impact. Keep fighting the good fight. Ain't never gonna stop. I'm here. I'm riding till I die. I've been experiencing an unbelievable jump in my subs lately. which is, you know, it's great, obviously, because it, you know, makes people aware of me. But it's an indicator, I think, that like we're nowhere near hitting the fucking top floor, you know. My original goal for the end of this year was 100K subs. But now my new goal, my optimistic new goal, my very, 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 very optimistic new goal is 120,000 by the end of the year. And I think it's possible. I think we can do it. God damn it. Good enough. Maybe we'll get even more. Who knows? Fuck, more donuts. Ah! God damn it, you people. Big Dumb Loud with the $10. Live in New York, solid blue state. I don't really have a following on a platform. Will vote down ballot. What harm is me and they're not voting for Biden? Only because you don't ever actually know. For one, because there's no harm in you voting for Biden, for one, if you already think it's going to go that way. And for two, you don't actually know what the outcome is going to be. Maybe New York is going to go red this time. Is it likely? No, not even close. But there's no harm in doing it, and you might as well be careful. Oh god, oh fuck me, dude. 00 BFK with the $5. Tanky man bun mukbang win. Eventually. Sergio Salas with the $5. Enjoy your day off. I'm trying. Truth with the 20 kroner. Ryan Dawson is a libertarian. He's Native American. Why do you guys keep ruining the term libertarian? Why do you keep doing that? He's not a libertarian. I guarantee you if I talk to this guy that he'd be in favor of certain forms of state power to reinforce, like, white supremacy, okay? Rat Resistance, the 50 Norwegian kroner, sticks to the video on Bernie dropping out. Could you do that one next stream? Post it in suggestions. This is my fucking video on Bernie dropping out. Maybe I'll talk about it more in the future. Esbot with the $5. Bernie is my political hero. I will fight for a better world, but honestly, Biden has no chance of winning in my state of Alabama, and I won't vote for a rapist. Okay, well, that's deontological bullshit as far as I'm concerned, but have fun. Truth with the 20 kroner. Twitter, Ryan Dawson, too. He has an Asian wife and kids. Oh, wow. Wait. He can't be a white supremacist because he has an Asian wife? Holy shit. Why do Nazis always try to do this, dude? This is the fucking meme. Why do they always do this? They did this, too, with Ethan Ralph because he had, like, a Filipino wife until he got divorced. Ha! Yeah, sorry. Nazis can have fucking black friends. It's possible. And Standard Insomniac with $5. Wash your sugar lures are looking low. Go eat something. Yeah, okay, we're going to eat something. That's all donos. If you didn't get your dono read, go fucking email me. I'll refund your dono, okay? Bye! Peace! No! Truth, 20 kroner. Ryan Dawson is 60K subs on YouTube. Anti-war. Okay, I'm going to Oh, my fucking god. Okay, hold on. Anti-war? Anti-war? I don't see any such channel. Yeah, we're almost at 69K subs too. I don't see anyone with a YouTube channel called Anti-War. Rad Resistance the sticks. Rad Resistance of the 50 kroner. I meant Styx's video. Oh yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, I'll give it a look. Class Conch of the $5. Money doesn't matter. Apocalypse, the world ending soon, so take. Yeah, there. Just got to be like a fucking cult leader. Just like, hey, everything's ending soon anyway. Might as well give me your dosh. Oh, is this it? Is it just the channel called Ryan Dawson? Oh, I see. Here we go. Rice 2 cents. So if I plug that into Social Blade, thank you, Fresh Pot. So if I plug it into Social Blade, they're losing subs and they're getting a few thousand views every day. And they actually have negative weekly average views because they keep deleting videos. Probably because those videos are full of Nazi shit they don't want to get reported for. So it's not just a matter of like whether or not like you're on YouTube. It's also a matter of your immediate relevance. Ryan, you have common denominators, trust me, comrade? No, we don't. They're a Nazi. Anti-neocon, anti-war, anti-cultural degeneracy. I'm pro-cultural degeneracy. I am anti-neocon and anti-war. What, do you think we're going to get along with that? He can email me if he wants. Alright. Peace out. Yeah, there's Holocaust denial just in the video titles. Yeah, of course. They're a Nazi. Nope, sorry, Ghost of FDR. Whoops.